it's a point that he doesn't want the other, which not that they could read it anyways, but like, it's a point that he's wanting to hide the oath from them. Also, Opal, you know everything that happened. You just don't know what the oath physically says on him, but you were there for everything that happened of him basically rallying the Fae together against the eldest, and his new goal is to end the cycle of reincarnation so that the Fae can die proper deaths and stop being. He basically sees the eternal reincarnation of the Fae as a form of entrapment or enslavement by the eldest, and he has rallied these Fae pretty heavily, like cultly against them because they have clearly forsaken them horribly. So yeah, and it worked. And then he basically, of the eldest, he only has faith in one of them, and it is the eldest that the other eldest don't fuck with. And that's his, which its name has never been said until the last session. But basically, he then got his followers to, after acknowledging who he was, to willingly sacrifice themselves into the well to remove themselves from the cycle early, to make a tier so that Zeke would be able to end the cycle with the help of an eldest, with the promise of Zeke meeting them on the other side.
Question.
Yeah, I've made a suicide cult.
This shouldn't be here. This should be an Emberwell, right?
Did you drink the Kool-Aid?
Yes, I think so.
Cool. I thought so too. I thought you guys like met up in Emberwell, and that was where we left off. Like we were kind of
literally every single Fae of the village, and also all of the Fae in that city basically are with Zeke now.
Got it.
They're on his side at least because they are desperate for leadership, and he's got a powerful cause.
So,
okay. But yeah, you were there for that, and like you were witnessing Zeke throw people into the well willingly.
And you said nothing.
You allowed it. You were throwing people there too. Why'd you do that?
Eerily silent Opal.
See, Zeke was doing it like ceremoniously, and then fucking Opal comes off the top ropes, drop kicks someone, and goes ba 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 ba, and then makes a big fanfare about it and tries to rally up the group, and no one liked
as
that.
we know, wrestling moves get you hero points, so you did get a hero point for it.
True.
It's true.
So
yeah, that happened.
So
jumping
Note to self, player wrestling.
And then whenever we rejoined the group, and Zeke told Nefsis about the tier, he did not tell him how he got it. He just said that the Fae had a tier.
With that context, let me just kind of reset the scene of where we
Opal knows.
meet up.
Opal's there.
It is roughly 5 in the morning as you are all gathered around the Emberwell itself. In Emberwell, you've all met up here, recapping your various travels to whatever degrees you have.
It's fucking early.
Now, it is up to you to decide where you will go next. What directions you will pursue, what opportunities you will go about. Before we get into that, Nefsis.
Yeah.
As you're kind of standing there and just taking a moment to, relay the communication, waiting for everybody, and going through various... this actually probably would have happened a little bit before, kind of rolling it back, actually. Before everyone got here, you're the dad, you early riser, you get places early.
No, I am not an early riser, unless there's an abundance of coffee.
Well, you had to be because it's 5 in the morning.
All right, well, fine. I accept. I have coffee.
You've had coffee, and it has forced you awake. That being said, getting here a little early, there was something that you noticed. Going through your inventory to pull out your coffee beans to grind them and like get up into a nice brew, get your coffee set out. You noticed there was something that wasn't there before. It's actually in your inventory now, but what that item is hidden away in your pack seems to be a brilliant white feather that radiates a soft glow. And with it, a faint warmth. I'll identify that for you, and you can just have that for yourself. Just know that it's consumed with use. But as you find that, the others go, the conversations begin, and now we are kind of midway into the conversations as they were. I believe a little bit's been talked about where everyone has been and what everyone's been doing. So I believe everyone is up to speed with the information that has been shared to some degree.
So we all stayed the night in the inn?
This is still like immediately like meeting back up at the selected time and date. Essentially, you guys had just finished all of your things, and this is you just hey, we're gonna meet here at this time at this date after we take care of all the things we said we were gonna do, and that this is that time essentially.
Oh, so are we like waking up though, or are we wandering in?
No, you've already gotten here at this point, and the conversations have kind of gone on for a little bit. So you would have wandered in on your own terms at various intervals, but it would have been a little ways after waking up because you would have been traveling through the night. So a little bit tired. Probably haven't rested yet kind of thing. It's probably pretty late into most of your travels. Unless, of course, by the end of your downtimes, you were in Emberwell. So that depends on each of your personal downtime voyages. But that being said, you're here now.
If Resta and I were there beforehand, I would not be awake. That's questions we're leading.
Your trip wasn't too long or convoluted, so you would have been probably back with some time to rest, so you could still be asleep in the tavern or somewhere if you'd like. If that's why you're getting there.
Yes. Underneath Orestes.
Gotcha.
Just kind of be like dragging Nanan. It's like we have to meet them. I know it's early. Come on.
I don't want to.
I know.
Hold up
Just
there.
get up. Huh?
Do you know how early it is? Do you know how much longer the sun sleeps?
Look, I get it. It's early for me too. I know it's early, but we've got like to go talk to some weird fucker in the forest.
Okay, so here's maybe one way to walk around. Suggestion. Either I piggyback you, or you piggyback me. Nice little heating pack on my back.
Well, I can't carry you physically, so.
Okay, and I'm super strong, so I can carry you.
Okay, sure. I guess Nanan shows up with Resta piggybacked on her.
Showing up to the meeting with the rest of the backpack.
Very
Nanan was
warm and
there.
snuggly.
At this point, though, now I'm even more unsure about how much has been said. So let's just reiterate. Kind of assume this is the beginning of the conversation. But everyone's kind of regrouped after all of their travels. Welcome back.
60.
Is this number 60?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Big number 60.
Oh man, hopefully we end on the best number.
9 more sessions, and we have to hurry. We have to get there in 9 more sessions exactly.
Just for the fun of it, I checked the very start of my backstory channel for this one. So the very first mention of Zeke was October 6th of last year. So it has been over a year of Zeke.
A year of Zeke. Wow. Wow. That's
We've
actually
been playing together for too
fascinating.
long.
Yeah.
October
Yeah.
6th.
Not well, yeah, 69. Let's go for 69. But at any rate, you are all gathered here. Or Nanan returned. You're all a little bit sleepy, and all of you have come here in various forms. Nepsis, you might even still be wearing some of your winter mountaineer clothing.
Does he have slippers?
I think
he wore slippers for
Rana-
mountain climbing.
Rana's
They're
been in
comfy.
town for like 2 weeks, and she's not like just waking up. She's been up all night and she hasn't been asleep yet. So she's just like,
Oh,
hi.
hey, Moran.
Uh,
Alright,
hi.
where are we all going?
Oh, I thought you guys were gonna lead the way to the Lantern King.
Oh, right,
Oh.
Lantern King.
Okay.
All right.
You guys still know the way, right?
Yeah.
We are traveling on the outside away from like fires and warmth.
Oh,
Are
wait. We parked our dragonflies here, didn't we?
Mhm.
Well, sister, we could take our dragonflies. We'll be there in no time. None of this fucking walking by foot bullshit anymore.
How
Oh,
did you
wait,
wrangle dragons?
Zeke's got the Humvee, so you might be needed to bunk with him for a bit.
The Tahoe,
The Tahoe.
the expedition, navigator.
That's
let's
right, do
pick up
we-
our-
Are we one fly down?
No.
No, we have enough? Okay, cool.
Well, why would we be one fly down?
Oh, I wasn't
Because
sure if we had Nanan when we got him.
Nanan wasn't in
Oh.
the party when we got the dragonflies.
Oh, then yeah, we're one fly down.
One fly
Could it-
down.
Because Nanan didn't have one.
Yeah,
So we
but
have
if
all of
Zeke's
our
got
original
the-
flies. It's just one less than we
It's
had.
okay. I can just run.
Or get a
Oh.
fancy blue horse.
What if we use
I
magic?
think the giant
to-
dragonflies are actually pretty strong.
Nope.
Check them.
12.
They're not 12. Ooh, they're not. They're
12,
strong.
but their
18 dex.
size class also like quadruples their carrying capacity.
They're only large. They're not huge.
Ah, damn.
Just still
Hmm.
I
that's
mean, I
double.
feel like
Magic.
there was like the meta thing that like mine was like slower than everyone else's, but like fucking beefed, like yoked out of his mind. I don't remember like
And he
if there
also
was
has a
mechanical
backstory.
thing, but that was a narrative thing. It's like he's big as hell. Yeah, and he has
I
a
feel like it-
serious backstory. I learned my dragonfly's actual name.
That's true.
hmm
The name will surprise you.
It's incredible.
Tim.
You'll have to interrogate Zeke to learn about it.
What if? What if? What
He would never give up those secrets.
I couldn't. It's a matter of national security.
Zanzibar land needs those secrets.
Yeah.
I have idea to solve the 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 numbers issue.
Hi.
What if magics turn me into flying snake? Couple pairs of flying snakes. We stay warm in somebody's coat or something.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then, And then the problem was solved for
Sure, if you
like
want
an
to-
hour.
I think
We
it'll
can
only
fly.
take us an hour via dragonfly.
48-mile journey.
How many hours is that as the crow flies?
Let's
the
see.
The
dragonflies.
dragon.
The dragonflies have a speed
50.
of 50. That's as much as a warhorse. That means I have the perfect rate for you. That's about 10 miles per hour at a fast rate. And if it's as crows flies, you don't have to worry about terrain.
About 5
Okay.
hours.
5 hours.
Anyway, we could set it up so we go a little bit slower, so that way they can deal with the extra weight. Or Nanan has to burn 5, or we have to burn 5 polymorphs.
Or
we
you
can
stop it.
walk.
We can stop at the tower.
This is the danger of mounts and owning them. Let's see.
We can stop at the tower.
Yeah, that's an issue.
What
It's
would
the
the
weight
tower
issue.
do?
The,
True.
We get a fancy blue horse, another cobalt.
the short one with the goat legs it turns into things, yes?
Who?
Oh, Zeke can transform.
That's true.
As he has done many times.
Hey, can you do that like more freely? Do you have to burn spells and stuff, or can you just like burn it out and zoo?
No, I can just do it.
Do you mind if somebody else rides the Humvee?
I don't care.
No, problem solved.
Well, question if will Humvee let you ride him?
I'm sure if you ask.
If you are okay with me trying, if we are like both buff and stuff, we might have something in common.
You know, Zekian, it's interesting. It's interesting. Your intuitive knowledge to Big Boss's backstory there is that he respects you because you too are a veteran of many wars. You have that in common, and you kind of intuitively picked up on that, which is why he's fine and
Right.
allows you to ride atop his back. That trust could be transcended, but it would have to be earned from anyone who didn't have a similar background.
Has to be by a fellow patriot.
Correct.
He is not one of the Patriots, thank you, but whatever.
He's one of the founding members. It's right here in his backstory.
Well, Big Boss might be, but I guess not.
You're a dragonfly
Founding members of
named
the Patriots.
Samuel Adams.
Don't try to get your Metal Gear lore in
No.
here because it's convoluted.
It's true. Thanks, Kojima.
His name is
Very
John.
convoluted.
Also Jack. Also Naked Dragonfly. And also the dragonfly who sold the world. He goes by many names. He founded the giant dragonfly special forces unit Foxhound.
Flyhound.
I can keep
You're
going.
all
It's
diamonds.
long. It's in there.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
I can just read it.
I took
It's like 90 plus hours of
many time ago.
gameplay.
The DM took time out of his day to actually type this shit up,
and
and then
translate into Dragonfly version.
I will read
we
it.
exchange knowing glances through Discord every now and then. Towards the beginning, was like, that was funny. No one is ever gonna know until a year later.
Yeah. Good times. We did have that Dragonfly a long time ago, didn't we? That was not
Yeah.
long after we
Wasn't
met
a year,
Zeke
but-
either.
That
No,
wasn't very long after him at all.
I think we were running through the Viridescent
The
Expanse
first
at the
thing
time.
that we did with Zeke was go to Orm's Dollar, then we fought the fucking vampire in the Juniper Gardens, then we went to the Descent with the guide, and then we had dragonflies.
Good times.
Good
Yeah.
times.
Rich man pie.
At any rate, here you are,
You're
standing here,
good.
still. Get out of here, Metal Gear. Anyways, I did this myself. I didn't think I'd pay for it this long down the line. Honestly, I thought this would come up way sooner, and I expected to have to deal with it then. But now that it's now, I'm still enjoying it, and it was worth it. But that being said,
Can I have the
we got a
ocelot
job
of
to do.
the Dragonfly Metal Gear?
No, that's a giant
No.
cat of some sort. That's an actual ocelot.
If
a
Zeke's
big
dragonfly,
That's a tabaxi with a gun. It's got to be a tabaxi with a gun, right?
Both
The
of them.
revolver?
Do you have any siblings?
right?
This gun is the best gun.
6 shots, more than enough to kill anything that moves.
And I'm trying to tow the other dragonflies, but my dumpy isn't big enough for all of them. I'm trying to sneak up on the enemy, but the buzzing of my wings is so loud.
Anyways,
Ugh.
you have the dragonfly, and you have a not dragonfly. What's your solution to traversing this wild natural terrain? It could be walking. It could be just leave someone behind. Easy solution. Just decide, vote someone off. Just Survivor style. Just choose someone
Could you,
now
could
to
you
go.
convince the boss to let Nanon ride him for a time?
If the dragonfly won't let the non ride him, Morana might be able to ride him.
In any case, someone can just fly on the back of Zeke. He's significantly faster than the dragonflies, anyways.
You're not going to turn
Wait, was
into a
that-
dragonfly to fly with us?
That'd be cool.
I think I can actually.
They're
I
not very
couldn't
high
do this because
CR.
I wasn't high enough druid to turn into flying things when we got them. Yeah, I
Are they
can.
like,
I absolutely
that's
can.
hard.
They're like CR1 half. They're super.
Yeah,
super
I
little.
can, absolutely. I just when we had these things, I wasn't a level 8 druid.
Are they like big actual dragonflies?
Yeah,
Big.
They're
dragonflies.
fucking huge. I mean,
They're
they're large.
horse-sized
but
They're
dragonflies.
larger. Yeah, they're a little larger than a
That
horse.
we-
like,
yeah, like we
wider,
ride them.
longer than a horse. Yeah.
We flew these from Ormsdale to Emberwell.
Look at them in their wondrous glory.
That's
That
a
man, that tree
fucking
must have been
monstrous
big.
Tree.
It is
That's one of these dragonflies on the world tree. So
correct.
is that a thing? The world tree's a thing, right?
It's
came
a
across
type
a
of thing.
few big
It'd be
old
weird if it wasn't.
trees.
We've come across a lot of big trees, but a world tree is specifically something that the conclave. Well, it's a natural occurrence that the conclave has mostly monopolized on. But there's a thing called the world roots, which is a network of
I know
plant
about
roots that
that.
connect all
Avatar.
these world trees.
So you're
And you
saying
can sort of
someone let
connect through them
the conclave
magically.
buy all the railroads?
Correct.
The
Why
fucking
they're
barons.
winning this
The
war against
goddamn tree
America, by
barons.
the way. Soon this
The
area you
treeway
live in,
barons.
it too will be conclave land.
People
If the war
sleep
continues
on the
as it was.
railroads.
They shouldn't have. You get taxed every time. And they're
Let's
expensive
ride to the
taxes.
Lantern
Yeah,
King's
anyways, to
labyrinth.
answer your question, yes, I can turn into a dragonfly. No, I will not be.
Can you do that? Can you do that for 5 hours? If that's so, then you can get there within 5 hours.
No, I can do it for 4, but the eagle is way faster.
You get there first, and then yeah, gotcha.
Yeah,
Cool.
the dragonflies move at 100. The eagle goes at 160. Being
Bada
close.
boom.
Spins the whole
Bada
time they're
bing.
flying, trying to race Zeke, but her dragonfly is too slow.
And we get there at
Fucking
10 in
yes.
the morning. I drank this beer much too fast, and now I must piss.
As one does when arriving off a 5-hour flight at 10 in the morning.
Oh fuck! I have to piss so bad.
Wait, do we really just skip by the tower?
Why did you want to
Yeah.
go to the tower?
What do you mean? Why do we want to go to the tower?
It's fine.
Yeah,
You can see it.
We have unfinished business at the tower.
Do we?
No, not exactly.
Always.
We had very thoroughly finished
Revenge.
business at the tower.
It's free real estate. What do you mean? It's unfinished
You-
business.
You killed Aster's corpse, so like there's not much left there. Like
Right.
the
Well, no,
with
we did not
Aster,
kill
we-
Aster's corpse. Aster's corpse came back to life and fought us.
Yeah, and then you killed it.
Oh, that's true. We did kill that. That's a good point. Yeah.
So-
Returned.
Killed the golem that was from there. Killed the vampire dude that was from there. The other vampire dude probably fucked off, if that was his place. I guess there might be a
Hey.
wizard that showed up back up there.
No, it's
There
a
could
warlock
be.
tower. Clearly, because it's Morana's now.
Also, there could be second bread box.
That,
Ah,
Looks like
we,
nobody's. It says it's abandoned.
we got an enormous value out of that bread box.
It is true. We did get a lot more mileage out of that fucking bread box than
Does putting something? Never mind. I'm not gonna engage that. But at any rate,
Wait, were you about to ask if putting something in a bread box makes it bread?
no, I was wondering if that like.
'Cause that
adds
is an
inherent-
important question that we should address.
My question, I suppose, was: is it inherently more valuable to have the thing in a bread box and then also in a bag than it is to just have it in the bag? And the answer is maybe. But
Depends on the craftsmanship of the bread
it
box.
depends on how good the bread box is. I
How much
suppose.
would
That was
Gary
a-
V pay for it at a garage sale? And then how much would he sell it for on his website?
It's a true question.
also
Average
it,
that,
it
you
has
have
the
true market
constant
value.
Shipping on
contact
Amazon.
with the tier of the one of the tiers of the eldest with this bread box. Has it made the bread box maybe slightly more magical?
It's made it more smelly of bread.
It's slowly starting to turn into actual bread.
It's becoming a bread box. That would be whimsical.
This is a box that over time turns whenever you put it into bread.
The
But it
bread
takes
of the
like a
eldest.
year.
One
It
benefit of
takes forever.
tier
It
box
takes exactly
bag.
from October 6th of 2021 until now.
But one benefit of tier box then bag is that it obscures the shape
Mm.
of the very sought after.
Yeah,
item.
someone steals our bag and they'll be like, "Why is there a bread box in here?" And then they'll fuck it, and then they'll throw it out, and they won't see what the tier is because they'll assume that there's bread. Because who would put a relic in a bread box?
That's the question.
Crazy
Hey,
people.
Resta,
What's up?
before I forget, because I probably will, would you like to know what that little letter of yours says that has all your data on it?
Wait, what? A letter?
We'll worry about it when you remember.
What?
Jumping ahead.
Giga Chad.
Instead, we'll go ahead and
Well, all these letters from Marana, or
no, it's all good. Well, it's not important right
I
now.
wrote the class what
or-
Marana's letters say.
or my list.
It's more fun this way.
What are you talking about?
It's more fun. It's more fun being vague and just leaving it up to. It's not actually super relevant right this second because you guys are already going on this trajectory. So it's more fun to just kind of be an asshole about it and leave it extra vague, and then get to it when it's more relevant.
Is it
Just
important?
know
True.
that I was here and I said these things because I'll call back to this moment. I promise. Be there. At any rate, you arrive after a few hours of traversal through the land surrounding Emberwell at the Labyrinth, which one of many of the Lander King's pranks is that he intentionally misspelled the Labyrinth here when he wrote it, because it's just very funny to do so, because it seems like it'd be close, but it tricks people into believing that that's the
Wait,
correct spelling, but
does
it's
it-
not.
Is it like burned into the land, or did he just troll every map maker and just like
did.
change it on them?
That's the power of the Lander King. He's such a causator. Every time someone tries to mark this on a map,
Is the
including
joke that
ourselves, when you
the
roll
map
maps,
makers can't spell labyrinth?
You have to go
No.
to the Lantern King's labyrinth.
that is the joke, actually. That is the joke. But the joke is that no matter who marks this place down on the map, because you guys probably wrote this map, because drew this map mentally, and when you wrote that on the name, you swore you spelled it right, and then you look at it, and it's respelled itself.
The word
Good
that always
prank.
gets me
I like
is
that.
skunk.
Like that pettiness.
Labyrinth.
He lives for.
Especially
Right.
Where the
right
fuck I wrote
above
this
the,
down
the
right?
combination of Viridian and Iridescent, and he actually managed to nail that one. But Labyrinth, that's too much.
Too much.
He
That's the
lives for
prank.
the moment where one person looks at the map that another person drew and goes, "Stupid."
Stupid idiot. That's
You know,
what the
I
Lander King's about.
The Lantern King's power is immeasurable.
He's the god of
Um,
ridicule.
Kinda. But it takes about 5 hours and it's early in the morning. However, you get here and you see something wondrous. Here, there has
Wonder how the
been
frogs are doing.
Well, we're getting. Wow. As you look over, you see the bullywugs, the Gub's wugs, as it were, have erected a small monument seemingly to you all. There is a statue representation made of rough wood and it's like stick figures, essentially, of all of you, and has cartoonish characteristics of like various objects that each of you held. And it
It's correct
shows,
wood.
actually a cat-like stick figure holding the trident, and the trident is kind of like given in like a center stage of view. And as you're all kind of approaching in, you see the frogs, the bullywugs. They have all pushed outwards to greet you, and there. Do I still have him? I think I do.
Also,
There's still
Opal
one.
was not the one who
King.
left with the trident. It was Nanan that left with the trident.
Whoever left with the trident, that's the one. But you see,
That's a good
no,
memory.
I actually untrue. I stick by what I said because of lore reasons that you could ask about if you're curious. I just decided on a thing that they decided on, and I got it. It's all good.
Okay. Okay.
But ask about it. It's a stupid explanation, and you'll hate
I
it.
will hear it.
But anyways, you see King Gub in all his glory as being like lifted over on a wooden palisade, and he looks over at all of you and shouts out, "Welcome back."
Did they sound like this the first time we saw them?
No,
Correct.
they sound a little different.
Not true.
I believe him. Never met him. I mean, sorry.
Long awaited order.
How's everything?
Good.
You're like-
good. The prince has joined. This river kingdom seeks to bolster relations between our peoples.
Okay, realistically, I want to insight check this because this is definitely not how he sounded before. Is this the same for Bullywug?
That's fake news. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Doppelganger. Just
I
fucking
mean,
kill
okay,
him right now.
like-
Get it over with.
If this is a meta thing where it's just you having a different voice now,
Make your insight check.
all right, hold on, I gotta get the opal. 20.
Hmm.
Is this Gub Gub?
Or is this Bug?
Well, his son was Bug Bug.
I stand by what I said.
And nary the two shall mate.
From what you recall, it's been a long time since you talked to Gup Gup, and you inside are like, is that
Like
true?
a month and a
you-
half.
and you look at him, I'm like,
Been a few months.
I don't look at anything.
That's true. That's true.
Don't you look,
sense,
you just don't see.
you sense at him, you feel at him, and like, this may be a different sounding Gub Gub than what you recall. Perhaps. But you do not know Gub Gub's lifestyle.
A fair
It's
point.
For all the mating season, their voices change.
That do be getting them going.
All right, well,
Yes.
You don't sense any nefarious things to his words, though. You feel relatively safe, and your senses are usually pretty keen in these moments.
So, how's like? Wasn't there like an illness that was coming through here, or was that just like the attack of the golem?
Sickness. Overblown. We beat it.
Are you guys getting ready for war?
No. We are
Oh, the
building
music right in the
monuments.
background. I hear like you've got like your drummers practicing, so I thought it was like a march.
you know, Resta, I was
That's
thinking the
our
exact same
performance.
thing.
Yeah.
That's our welcoming performance to herald your arrival.
Oh, it's extremely intimidating.
Welcoming.
Hmm.
Well,
We brought you fruit.
Berries?
Yeah. Wait. Oh,
No.
you got. Oh.
Those
Oh.
are ours.
we will
but we
happily
brought
take.
you
We will happily
melons.
accept your.
Give you some
Your
fucking
gift.
melons.
Thank you, Gub
We
Gub.
brought you 2 melons.
Let's
They're
dig
not
into the
this
melons.
big or this big.
One
Are
is
they
a
this
watermelon, and
This
one
big or
is a
this-
honeydew. Which will you pick?
Choose
The
one.
watermelon's better for sharing.
I mean, there's no question. Watermelon is just the better melon.
I kid, you can have both.
Oh,
That is how
so
generous Gub Gub is.
you, Gub Gub, you and your people have always been generous to our causes.
Do you still
you.
have our symbol? The one we prophesized you would carry? Furry one?
Called you a furry. Take that.
You did. I resemble that remark.
Correct.
The symbol of your people carried us through many mighty battles and slew many powerful foes,
Facts.
and it has been secreted away to be found by the next chosen of your people.
Deception check.
Can I?
Can I hold on a second?
Miranda, can you like minor illusion like her killing like 100 people with it? Because like she killed a lot of people with it.
I just want to see where this goes.
All right.
We're just doing it. We're doing it live.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
exactly what I wanted.
Okay.
I'm just gonna show his roll because it's funny. He looks at you and his eyes sharpen.
Wait, well, I didn't see what he rolled. He rolled an 8.
He did roll an 8.
Sounds like he's about to vomit at any point.
Wait. Oh no, I don't have that ability. Fucking PETA has that ability. Damn it.
Vomiting at any point?
We're irresponsible with our gift.
I mean, she really
we
did like.
will tear down the monument. Come,
No.
my wugs. It is time.
She slaughtered.
And they all turn and start to just hop away, like carrying the thing towards the village.
Oh. It was
Knocked
the
her down.
only statue I would ever have in my life.
I can build you one in the pit.
It was this. It was the second to last statue I'd ever have in my life.
So far.
My Gub Gub. You were not the man I once knew. You were not the bullywug I once knew.
And you are not
Never
the
gonna dance again.
tabaxi I once knew.
A weird
You
cat
lost
thing.
our sacred relic.
It's not really lost. We know where it is. Yeah.
If you do, bring it back here by week's end, and we will not destroy your monument.
Isn't it? Is this Thursday or Tuesday equivalent?
Wait, I mean, legitimately.
Tuesday's
Oog,
Tuesday.
Legitimately, I don't know if there would have been time in the downtime because I was away for that, but I would have spent a significant amount of time looking for the trident.
Yeah.
Both as a sentimental thing, and I mean, I don't know if I would have found it.
We allocated a lot of Opal's time when you were away, unfortunately, to some stuff, but I will give you one good old-fashioned investigation check to try to look around the entire area and see if you find it. It's pretty high DC, though, because of how long it's been, how spread out it's been, where it could have gone. There's a lot up in the air, but I'll let you do it.
Okay. Well, this is not going to be. Can
I've
Opal
had-
aid PETA in doing the investigation check? Because Opal knows she literally
Mm,
can't see, so even like.
I think we split up from PETA pretty early.
PETA went
do we?
off, I think, on his own to do something important, so I'm afraid not.
Okay.
Oh, I thought he went back to the Face City with the
I
brain.
believe he did.
Yeah, like I think he's in the Opal and Zeke left him in the Face City with the brain.
But he was doing something important within the city, if I remember right.
Mhm.
At least, time consuming. So
Okay.
it would just be
Alright.
Opal's there on that one.
Wow.
Oh.
That's about as good as I could get. Because I have a
Well,
-2 to my.
Well, don't
investigation.
worry, because that's right at the DC ahead. With that,
I don't believe you. You only do DCs by 5.
you're right. I've lied to you. You don't get your trident back. No. No. In that case, you've hidden it away, but you actually have it on you all along.
So yeah, I was hiding under my cloak, and I go, what is the thing that Aragorn does when he like unfurls it and like, or no, that's what's his name? Yeah, I do that, but with
I just
Rain
see a
Badges.
shing.
And the
As you-
one's head falls to the ground.
But you will suffer me. That's what he says.
As he looks back.
No, like this, Mr. Frodo.
The bullywugs don't suffer the tabaxi to pass. And then Opal goes, "You will
a
suffer me."
whimsical being as he cheers. They have not lost it. He merely plays.
He
Oh, she's such a trickster. She
we
just.
love jests.
We will not burn the statues. Instead, we will hold a feast for our good allies.
Oh, that's more than generous. We actually.
We will cook 3 melons
No
thank you
berries?
very much.
and give 1 berry
Each?
each.
Woo!
Be careful, these berries will get you high as a kite by then. But
I know.
King Gub Gub, Chief Gub Gub, King Gub Gub, Chief Gub Gub,
King Gub
King
Gub.
Gub Gub, Chief of Chiefs, Chief of Chiefs Gub Gub,
Chief Chiefs.
I prefer King of Kings.
King of Kings Gub Gub. We may have to sample this the hospitable feast upon our return. We must venture into the cavern yonder.
Oh! We may not have the melons when you return.
We can just
That
take the
will-
berries now, though. So
No!
That will
Please?
be our great loss. But please enjoy
Okay.
your celebrations in our absence.
I hold up my hand for a low 5 from Marana.
I can't on camera. But yeah, you got it.
So he wanders, turns back. I will make preparations for an even grander monument to be constructed.
How was Bug Bug doing?
I have not heard from him in some time. His quest has brought him far from home. I miss that boy.
Oh,
If he-
we
if
saw
he-
him
We
in
did
Emberwell.
meet him in Emberwell, and he seemed
You've
to be
met
doing
my
well.
boy.
Indeed.
He's doing well.
You good?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sick.
Dope.
That's totally rad.
I like that kid.
He's a good boy.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was working with what's his nuts?
A lot.
The totally
with
not a
blue-
vampire.
With the blue goblin.
Dracula.
And... No, he wasn't working with Dracula.
He was working with the guy that sounds like Dracula.
Oh, with begins
It
with an O.
starts with the A.
Ah, that is me. Hello. That is what he
His
sounded
name
like, of
is-
course. That is the accent,
Was it an A?
definitely.
Oh, Allegro. Allegro.
Yes, Allegro. It's an O.
I think it's an O. Nepsis? Is it
Oh,
an
yeah,
O
it's
or
an
an
O.
A? Yeah.
It's an O.
Manon.
Yeah, it's not like Allegro like in the musical.
That's what I've
terms.
been saying.
Yeah, I know. I was too.
Well,
at
you
the
also
beginning.
say Nephesis instead of just Nephthys, so I figured it's like a yeah.
I like to add vowels into my words.
Allegro.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's Allegro, and then the blue goblin whose name I forgot.
Wow, that is wonderful. I'm glad my boy's doing good.
Am I correct meta speaking that Allegro is a banner lord?
Correct.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
newest.
And he's like real like this with the king, if I recall.
He's actually the regent.
Yeah.
What
In
does that mean?
the king's decline of health, he has been declared the interim decider of things going on within the realm.
Did that happened during our downtime, or
That did happen in your downtime. I think I might not have mentioned that either.
I keep missing
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
so much lore. Who reads the news these days?
Drodor
Welcome,
does.
your son
Troll
is a
knows.
squire to to a banner lord, the regent of these lands.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds wondrous. I mean, he is the son of a king. It's only, you know.
Who's going up in the world?
He's going down technically.
Well, technically down.
Oh, that's true.
From prince to squire.
He's having a good life journey.
We'll have a tale better
He's-
than him.
He's still a prince in our wondrous lands, and I'm sure our lands are far greater than any that lie to the east, west, whatever.
There are a
that
few that
direction
have
is.
the
He
berries
points
and
over
the
that way.
crystals that you have.
Correct.
Aha, you do have crystals.
What?
You lying sack of shit.
We got him.
You
All right, this is the labyrinth.
Okay, no, I'm kidding. I don't actually say that, but I remember he was super adamant that they didn't have a cave of
That
crystals.
was the merchant.
The merchant.
The merchant. I have a picture of him. You want to see him?
Yeah.
I don't remember what he looks like. I do remember. Oh,
Somebody
yeah, I see
in
it.
this area was super adamant that there was a cave of crystals, and I thought it was the bullywugs that were adamant that we were not allowed to
It
go into
was
the
a
cave.
bullywug. It was this bullywug, a merchant named Bok.
Named Bach. Ah. But he
Getting the
didn't want
frogs
us to
mixed
get the
up.
crystals.
He
Anyway.
didn't admit to having a cave full of crystals, no.
Ah, okay.
He was very adamant about not. You are right about remembering that, but it was Bach.
Ah, okay. My apologies. I didn't say that. Because
Good looks.
Opal has more tact than I do.
Fair enough. As he looks at you and nods, and great. Well, I would love to catch up, but before you go, King would hear your tidings. What brings you back to our lands?
Well, there is. I mean, should I just go all out with this? Should I just be totally frank about it?
Can't see the harm in it, but
Okay, great.
should
The end
lie.
of times
You
is
should always
possibly
lie.
upon us, and we are trying to stop that by getting assistance from the Lantern King, or possibly some other deities to help us prevent that. So we're gonna go into that cave over there and see if we can get us closer to stopping the end of the world.
End times, as prophesied.
As prophesied.
Our
do you mean?
shamans see great into the future.
what is the
Knew
mighty
this
Froggacy
time
say?
was coming. There is a story. This part of the world was borrowed. It will return to where it was once borrowed from. In that time, we will migrate to the great caves to the west. There, we will find shelter. There,
Is there any way
will
to?
find salvation.
Is
and
there
our
any
people
way
will
to stop
begin anew.
the? Is there any way to stop the Froggacy?
No,
Or
it will come.
if not tomorrow, then the next day, and then the next day,
Correct.
or the next day.
You know our tales.
And so on unto eternity. But it will happen before the big end.
It's the caves to the west that he's talking about, the Lantern Kings.
Oh, hey, I forgot I made something. You guys want to look at it?
Sure.
Sure.
Is it a map?
Yes.
Whoa!
Oh!
Oh.
Whoa! We got a
Water!
plane map.
Planar map.
I got heaven immediately.
Yeah, I think we
Maelstrom.
all did.
Maelstrom sounds like my kind of place. Chaos.
There's some stuff there.
Yeah.
There's a lot I can talk about there.
The
There's a lot I can talk
Axis.
about all of them. There's a lot
Is
I can
that
talk
where the
about there.
Nazis?
That's where the Nazis are, yes, and the Italians.
Well, you know, they were there, but they're not anymore.
Yeah, well.
But they might go
Pandemonium.
back.
They
Well,
changed. Yeah, but they could go back.
You can
depending
never
on who's winning.
really leave once you're there. I'm looking at you, Germany.
All right, where's the Feywild? Oh, the
Right
first
there.
world. Nice. Where's anything else relevant to me? So I can ignore the rest of it.
Right there.
Cool.
That's it.
What if we just retire, you know?
You're done.
Pick a plane and go there and then just that's it?
You could.
What a terrible idea.
Where's Nephthys's sexy ass wife? Up here.
That was-
There.
Nirvana, yeah.
Cool. Can I go there?
You're a
No,
Buddhist.
Find a way.
What level do I get plane shift?
I want to go to Anarchy Chestland.
It's a 7th level spell.
What about the blue dream thing? It's the
Blue
same.
Dream, I think that's also 7. But that's not even another plane. That's another fucking multiverse.
I don't fuck about. Whatever I gotta do.
Whatever I gotta do to get there.
What I gotta
What
do to
is
get Nurse's
Targaryen?
wife.
Hey, come on. Martin's mom is still here. Just go for that instead.
No, it seemed like everyone else was in Martin's mom. So I don't know. I feel
Make a.
It's gotta be good.
Arcana, or History, or Religion check.
For how I
What?
can get to his wife? Are you joking?
No, for Carceri.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know if I would actually know anything about it. That was more just my curiosity.
Oh.
Well,
Oh
good.
my!
Make the check.
Legitimately, she's a monk that's
Mellow.
studying a monastic order. You might have heard of it.
Okay, what am I making?
History, Religion, or Arcana check.
Wow,
Can I make it
Arcana would
all of them.
probably
I'm
be the
proficient.
most accurate, or most appropriate here. Arcana would be.
Okay, I
if
suck
you
at
had
them
that.
all equally, unless I can use a wisdom mod to do
No.
this instead of an intelligence
This
mod.
is intent int.
Then I do not know.
Then you do not know.
Yeah, I'm not proficient with any of those.
Damn. Well,
It sucks to be stupid.
sucks. Not to know
Doesn't
things
it?
about
The
stuff.
sadness of
it
6
doesn't.
hit gang.
It doesn't suck to be stupid.
I know.
I don't know
6
that I
gang.
don't know it. I don't even know that I
Sure.
don't.
Isn't Karsarsi or something like a demon? Biblically? Who knows?
I
Anyway.
think you're thinking of
Probably.
Cersei.
I don't know if that's true.
Like-
Incarceration comes from something, and whatever.
Something.
Anyways, I made that. I didn't actually make most of this. I stole it. I just wanted you to believe for a second that I did.
Well, it's
But I edited it.
And you put
you
it
put
in
the
tabletop.
great
And
beyond.
I put it in
at the
here.
bottom.
I edited. I know. I edited that. I did some color stuff. I added some other things to it. So yeah, basically all mine.
If you jazz it enough, it becomes yours.
It's
True. What is art if not theft?
I jazzed it pretty hard. Back to this boring map. But I'll let you guys have access to that map whenever you want.
What?
You ever need a reference where you are plainly?
I have a pretty good idea of where we currently are playing. Although I may
now.
need a reminder depending on how we get out of here.
Depends on how it goes.
Could always
At any
use a
rate,
map.
Howdy, back
uh,
into the labyrinth.
you
the
start
labyrinth.
to head down into the labyrinth. And as you do,
I swear I wrote that down correctly.
you maneuver into the maze-like structure, but you find your way through, knowing the path. And there, surprisingly, the gateway is still open.
Sick. I guess we're invited.
Walk in.
Actually,
As
no, I
you
think.
walk-
Well,
No. I was just going to give a warning, but I guess everybody already knows. If you walk in, you'll be fine. If you walk out, a thing, you've been through it before.
anything we should know about talking to this guy is
He's weird.
It's amazing
he likes,
and cool and wonderful.
okay, so
he
the
likes
opposite of that.
carrots.
Correct.
Probably don't trust things that he says at face value.
He's very trustworthy. He sold me this and this. It's the bag of
Isn't-
tricks for the job, honey.
He isn't actively malevolent, but he also is an eldest.
He's like
And
a
it
chaotic
seems like
neutral.
I've been warned about all of them, so
Do you guys think you know how to handle this since you've met him before?
nope.
You just talk to him like a person.
Nice.
I mean, he kind of just talked at us, and then he and Martin had like a little bit of a thing. I don't know what was going on with that.
They made out.
Special bond.
all right, well, let's wing it. We got a good pitch.
You know, yeah. Honestly, the best laid plans always go awry, so that's why we stopped planning things.
We never started planning, to be fair.
I tried, and it never worked. Anyway, inside.
So, stepping through the portal, whoosh, you are whisked away into the serene views of the Lantern King's Grove. Here, as you emerge, ankle deep in water, turning back to the familiar sights, you notice a couple of differences.
We don't have vision.
Within. Whoa.
It's black.
Whoa.
Turn off actor vision.
I'm doing it. I did it.
Oh.
Oh,
So, within the serene natural hot spring, a comically large wooden sign in the shape of an arrow points to a new pathway that was not visible before. In fact, the only thing that seems recognizable here is the hot spring itself. The landscape all around and the periphery has entirely changed since your last visit. The sign reads, "Went on a vacation to see an old friend at the witch market. Be back eventually."
How is the witch market spelled? Is it like witch as in or witch as in which way?
With a witch as in heh heh heh.
Okay.
That's a good.
I
that's
wonder
good,
which market
that's a
you
good
went to.
descriptor.
Wah.
The Waluigi market.
Yes. The most powerful market.
We stand here. Dozens, if not hundreds, of fireflies start to float into the area, swarming throughout the area, and they seem to take interest in you and float around you, look at you, land on you. It's very pretty.
Nefsis, or the nun. If you
Yeah.
can. Wait, Nanon, did you can you prepare sending?
Could I have prepared sending in the 3 weeks that we were between here and there? I was just looking through my spell list to see what I would have made available to myself.
That's fine in this circumstance. I'll allow it. Well, that's sus, just so you know, I'm Ogish.
We're on the same plane as where we think Martin is, so maybe if you want to get in contact with him, now would be the chance.
Would be the time because, like, the fireflies and stuff, and so that probably math.
Probably math.
Probably myth.
right?
oh, I thought you said probably meth. I was so.
Math. Math.
He's
What do you
doing
guys
so
do
much
in your spare
math.
time.
Yeah.
I need to do so much math. To
Martin's
get
out
this,
here
okay?
banging rails with the Lantern King.
I do
When I'm in school, I do so much math.
I do have sending if we needed that, but
I just figured that it would probably be better with someone who is familiar with him. I mean, like having an extra hand. I don't know if he's going to be good in the fight. Last time I checked, he was kind of shite at it, but
He was
But
excellent.
Nefsis also
when,
has
you know, he
seen
did.
Martin, so both
He's
of you have a
brilliant.
solid target on him because Nefsis watched him in the arena when he died.
I guess walk towards the witch market and call Martin.
Which market is the witch market?
The witch market.
Who's on first?
Does Marana know, like,
Who's on
location-wise,
first?
how far away the witch market would be from where we are now?
Make a nature check.
A nature check. I
Mhm.
can't make an arcana check, or
Nature has
Okay.
to do with all things primal, and the primal magic is primal histories is no more prevalent than in the Feywild. You know, you had a book about the witch market not too long ago. But other than that, that's probably the only thing you know about him. Or know about it. Said to be a wandering market. That's the thing. It's said to be a wandering market that enters the prime material from time to time.
Nanan, did you ever?
It doesn't. It's curious that this is saying went to the witch market and is pointing deeper into the Feywild. That is peculiar to you, especially given your current knowledge of the witch market.
why don't we
Yeah.
just send a
Follow the
message to the
sign?
Lantern King and tell him we're at his house?
Oh no, I feel like he'll tell us to fuck off.
yeah, I feel like
He
this
told
is
us to
on-
come here.
on purpose. I called him and told him we were coming.
I mean, he probably forgot. There's a lot going on, you know?
He could also be telling us to go to the. I don't know. Is this weird face shit, Zeke?
It's typical face shit, actually.
It's not weird. It's kind of racist.
Nanon, did you ever give PETA back his cartographer's map case?
I do not have the case. I have the copy of the map.
Ah, okay.
So yes.
That
Should
would've
we
been a
just
nice
follow
item
the
to steal.
signs?
I'm going to cast something.
Oh, okay.
I'm really excited, guys. I might talk to Martin. Probably, maybe.
Are you prepared, Nepsis?
No,
I think-
but I guess we'll see what Oog tells
I
me.
think yeah.
Okay. Martin. Are you there? It's me, your friend, Nanan. Can you hear me? Okay, bye.
Mook. We're gonna deafen everybody real quick. Just one by
Motherfucker.
one. Gonna
No.
deafen you. Gonna deafen
No.
you. Deafen
You son of a bitch.
Gonna deafen you.
Oh, wait. We're just deafened. We're not muted.
Mute you too. There you go. Solved. So, that being said, you know the context. Fuckers. I should have muted them all too. You know the context of where you've been.
Yeah.
You are most acutely aware. Just to give a little more context and kind of go to, it has been now weeks, if not months. Weeks, probably weeks, maybe months. I'm not sure. You know, generally the length of the campaign, however long it's been.
Oh, it's been months now.
since then. It's been months now.
Because like
so
this
months
downtime was 3
of-
weeks, so at least
Yeah, exactly. So months of death and slaughter have besieged Martin, but in addition, at a certain point, he started getting more and more competent, and all of the event at a certain point, the deaths were supplemented by training regiments. They were supplemented by classes. They were supplemented by learning. They were supplemented by brainwashing a little bit. You were indoctrinated into the Lantern King's mentality to a large, or at least attempted to a large degree. Lantern King wanted you believing in his ideology and his chaotic ideology, his trickster ideology, everything about him. He wanted you to be an avatar of him, effectively, and he was trying to turn you into that. It's hard to say he didn't succeed in this time. It's been long enough. He hasn't had any interruptions. He's just been able to do it. I can't imagine anyone who could resist that. But if you wanted to, I would allow you to just go ahead and roll a d20 here to see how.
I'll do it private.
Yeah, exactly. How. I think I know Martin's modifier for his thing. Okay. Yeah. It's a fair amount of indoctrination. The ironic humor of the Lantern King has been imparted upon you, but ultimately the fundamental nature of Lantern King has been imparted upon you, and that is of his being a cosmic level schemer and trickster. His machinations are far more complex than anything that a mortal mind could comprehend. And you are now a fragment of that. You are, well, Martin is at least. But he has grown resolute in his time, nonetheless, hardened by his endless deaths and lessons. That is what you have to go with the character, and we're going to get into it now! You have your 30 words to respond. Undeafened. 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 You're all undeafened now.
Oh,
I heard everything.
oh shit.
Good.
Yeah.
I can read lips.
Then, Martin, I think he's just gonna respond and be like, "Oh, hey, Nanon. Hope you're doing well. We've just been practicing. Maybe I'll get to see you. Should be fun. Look forward to it, Martin."
He sounds really good. Says that he's been practicing, and looking forward to seeing us. Maybe simple. I'm really excited. And he's not dead!
Well, that's actually a surprise.
Ah! Okay.
Sorry, would the Lantern King kill this person? I guess not. Was that
They
a
have
concern?
special bond. I mean, well, he did disappear in a puff of the fire bristles. Conspicuous. No, she doesn't know that word.
From what I
Um,
was
Right
told-
when he would have died.
Yeah, I thought that was a good thing. I kind of was hoping we were dealing with I know it's an eldest, but still kind of holding out hope it was going to be a good guy.
I mean, I guess he saved him. Well, I don't know.
To be fair, he sort of saved him because, like, when you're working on a good prank and it's not ready yet and something sets it off, you kind of want to, like, save it so you don't let it go off too early. So it wasn't like he was, like, saving his life, more like saving his own time.
Oh, okay.
very practical elder. All about efficiency. German.
Can't wait to meet him.
He's like the coolest guys. Well, you guys know what. I'm really excited.
Oh, it's also like looking directly into the sun. So don't do that.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Okay, good luck.
That's like how I pray.
Which one of the three suns do you look into most commonly?
The west one.
Red
The left one's a little bigger.
Hangs lower.
That's a testicle.
Well, it kind of depends on how the suns are positioned, doesn't it?
Depends on the
It could be a boob
celestial
joke.
orbit. It depends on where it is. Oh, you guys chill in these hot springs for a bit. I'm gonna go piss again.
Hello, dog.
So cute! Oh my
Martin-
god.
Did Martin say where he was, or did he just say that they're busy training now? That's what I was thinking. I didn't hear
I
it.
think
but-
he's.
He said that he is training.
Oh my God.
So
It was funny. I was like crying off in the corner of my cam for a minute. It was so funny. I don't know if you guys are watching my cam, but
Oh yeah.
my
Oh,
dog
yeah.
is
The whole time.
desperately wanting to be a part of this scene.
Was he just like saw people
Bouncing
and was
boy.
like, who's that?
No, he follows the mouse. Back when I played Hearthstone, it was his favorite thing in the world because of like the mouse is like the cursor in Hearthstone is really big and it leaves like a trail and there's lots of like blooming things and like little flashes of stuff that he really liked. It. Hearthstone's his shit.
aw.
But then I stopped playing it because shit game.
I love the sound of paper slice. Or tearing. But if you do it slow enough, paper tearing sounds like Velcro tearing.
Mhm.
It's also very satisfying.
I don't think you can hear my Velcro. If I maybe on the mic. Pretty much. It sounds like cardboard.
What is happening?
What's
He's
next?
cutting a paper bag with a knife to show off how sharp the knife is.
It's sharp.
Mm.
Look, can you saw this bow in half?
Could you remove your hand from your wrist with one fell swipe?
I don't recommend it.
You could try.
But
Look,
could you?
He's edgy as fuck, but the knife edge is sharper.
Edgier.
Listen, man,
I think he's bouncing again.
Yes.
Should.
Do it. Do the
Do
thing.
it.
Do it. You know that you will. You know that you need the attention. Do it.
What?
Do it. You know
Oh,
you
his
need
dog.
the attention. Up. Hip.
What is happening?
There it is. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hip.
Oh,
He's thinking. He's thinking.
you look
Lady,
like a bouncy
lady.
dog.
Getting ready? Is he getting ready?
Bouncy boy.
He is getting ready.
Bounce. But will he do it? So close. Yet
Ooh.
so far.
I cut my thumb. Oh, look at the boy.
There he goes.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Hi. I thought I
That's
saw
wholesome.
people wanted to be involved.
Bouncy
but it's so
boy.
cute.
Bounciest dog.
He's very bouncy.
You're a bouncingest boy. You go to the other side. You're being selfish.
Cute.
He's like jumping off to my right now. Okay, never mind. He switched sides.
There he is. Well, this other drink I got doesn't taste nearly as good as the other drinks that I've been drinking. But
It's water.
we'll
kind of?
persevere.
We persevere.
It's this tropical. It's called Tropical Beer Hug, and it's an IPA, and it's okay.
Do you have
It's
any
not
orange
as good
juice or
as other
pineapple
ones.
juice?
No, I don't do juice. I'm unhealthy. Wait, do I? No, I don't. Sometimes I do juice, but right now I'm very unhealthy. It's working though. I think I'll get it. But anyways,
It might just be the switch of the palette. Like,
Yeah.
IPAs they cut.
yeah. And this one's room temp.
Oh no.
Yeah. But you know, I
That is
persevere.
good.
At any rate, that's not pleasant. It's like I think it would be pretty good actually if it was cold. But it not being cold, not pleasant. But as we jump back in here, you're all standing around in this very comfortably hot and humid, which is really what gets you here. Grove.
I want to assume he wants to meet us in the witch market, so head there.
But there's a hot spring here.
I'm shocked, Mirana. You're turning down the chance to see a witch market.
I mean, he'll be back here soon enough. Oh, the witch
Eventually,
market?
in fact, the sign responds.
Wait, the sign
You're
responds?
already.
Correct.
It's a fight thing. You wouldn't get it.
It wasn't that the Lantern King's voice?
Yes.
You've been here the whole time?
No.
You just got here?
When are you coming
This
back?
is my answering machine. It answers things, you see.
What's a machine?
It's a thing that does things automatically for you.
Is this the thing like what
Oh.
Gabrianth did?
And now that I've presumably answered all of your predictable questions, please leave a message after the beep. Oh yes, the clairvoyance of a god. I can make a voicemail. that
No.
replies to
This
your exact
voicemail would
questioning.
like if it was Lantern King, if this was a voicemail, the voicemail would go on long after you have questions to ask, and then 20 minutes after, and then he would say, "Now you realize you've been pranked," which is canon. After you're gone, that's gonna happen. That's how good of a prankster he is.
The biggest prank.
Should we meet you in the witch market?
Up to you, friend.
Are we really friends?
Eh,
Where
That's
are
a
you
very
friends with an eldest.
facilities?
some a friend with the eldest, usually other eldest.
Yeah.
We're oldish.
Not
But
really.
that's fun.
If I don't have any
Mm.
siblings, does that make me the eldest?
What's the eldest
No.
of my siblings?
We're the eldest because we were here first. None of you can say that.
I was here second.
Been here a long time.
Not long enough.
Wait, you guys are here first, like all at the same time? Are you guys like quintuplets?
There's
Octuplets?
more than that
I
many.
suppose so. Also true. In fact, there are eldest of, well, we'll get into that, I'm sure,
So,
another time.
Lantern King, I bet you didn't know this, but my
I'm
original
not the
name.
Lantern King, I'm a sign.
Ah, shit. I was going to tell him that my name used to be here first. I was here first.
And now that I've presumably answered all of your predictive questions, this is
Ah, shite.
That's where it kicks in.
We were fools.
Aha! I got you twice. You didn't think I would bring up the gag again so soon. Bang! Right away.
Oh.
Also, this is a joke. This is not an answering machine.
This
Nah,
is
no,
me.
it is. Beep.
Ah, you see, you have to do it
It's just
3 times because of the
incarnate.
rule of.
So if we
Beep.
say like 5 more minutes, does it repeat?
You stay 5 minutes?
Yeah.
But it just
You're
changes
still
all
here,
the
kind of
A's into
awkward.
I's, and it cycles through the vowels.
Are you going to leave anytime soon, I wonder?
That's a question. You're an answering machine.
That's correct.
But also, where are the training facilities?
The training, what now?
The places where the people train.
Interesting question.
Go on, answer.
I
I
did.
don't think he has an answer.
It was interesting.
No, that was an answer.
Feels
It
more
was
like
an
a
interesting
statement than an
question.
answer.
It's a statement.
Well, I responded to the question, and I consider that an answer.
It's not very fair of you.
It's
Well,
signy
because,
of
you know,
me,
it's
I'm
like a
not a
call
fae.
and response, not like a. Whoa.
I'm here to give messages, not be fae.
Is
Oh,
That's
is
what
this sign
signs
painted?
do, in fact. It's a
Is
sign
this-
thing. You wouldn't get it.
Oh my god. Is this
It's a
sign painted or
sign.
is it carved? Like in
Is a sign what or carved?
like the writing on the sign, is it painted or carved?
It does seem to be carved in.
it just keeps charging in the carve, or. I assume that the sign is just constantly changing words
No,
and
it's
not.
just saying things at you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, this is just auditory. So why is it a sign? Why
We're
couldn't
on-
it just talk to you when you got here?
Morana's gonna take out some paper and write went for a swim. How long can you hold your breath? Question mark. And then put it over the front of the sign, covering up where it says went to the witch market. And stick it on there. Okay, let's go.
All right.
You know, defacing signs is really rude. Kind of defeats the purposes of
I didn't
said
deface
sign.
you. I mean, I didn't deface you. I just covered your face.
Hang on, I have a solution
Give
for
you a
this.
makeover.
Fireflies,
That I hate.
unite! And you see all the fireflies move over and form this hand, and then they kind of grab the piece of paper and pull it off.
It would have been so funny though.
It's like
You're
the
right.
Mothman.
And he puts it back.
Okay,
You've
let's go.
convinced me. So,
So,
do you
passive
follow
persuasion.
the path of the sign ports downwards?
Sure.
All right. You begin to journey through this narrow pathway and eventually find yourselves in a mountainous terrain. The rocks here are an unusually blue color, and a cool breeze floats through the air.
Ah, shit. I was hoping they'd be purple.
You look up into the sky, and it is a hazy orange currently. As you walk through this mountainous area, you see the path along ahead of you is going to be long. About an hour has
Alright.
gone already, just from where you are now. Is there anything you would like to do to prepare before you continue your traversal?
How are we actually going to convince the Lantern King to help us?
Pretty place with Jerry on. And maybe like I don't know, some turtle meat on top.
Do we even know what it is that we want the lantern to do?
Really smart.
That's an option. Some kind of, I mean, so either he can give us a method to stop the Ragadon, or like he can buy us, I don't know, time. I don't know if we'll be able to.
You know, the Lantern King's not the only one in here.
Oh, sure.
I'm
That's
saying
the one that we have the most
even
in with.
even if it's not, excuse me, even if we don't go direct, even if the Lantern King doesn't end up being the right choice, we need to have the answer to those questions, right? What do we actually want them to do? And then why should they do it for?
Well, if we want the Lantern King to do anything, we have to make him. We have to convince him that it'll be funny, that it'll be a good prank. That's the only thing he really cares about anyway.
Is stopping this area from getting flooded a good prank?
Or wait.
Opposite
What
night.
if maybe the flooding of the area is not the thing, but warding the plans of another eldest might be enough of a prank.
What if we redirected Ragadon's water to his house? He tries to
That's a
flood
good
the
point.
world, and we flood his house instead.
Now we're talking. I
Now
mean,
that's a-
Rana,
that's
you're
a
the
prank.
expert here, but
Yeah, that'd bother the water lord for sure.
Oh, what the fuck are you?
You see a little mini Zekian walking alongside you.
Zeke?
He'd hate that. Water lord hates water, am I right, Big Zeke?
Probably not.
You know how to get a zinger in there, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute. He's even shorter.
Thanks. You're ugly.
I'm
Hey,
Um,
fuckhead. The fuck is that for?
Just telling how it is.
I'm pretty in other circles than yours. Extra
You're
short
beautiful,
one.
Anon. Don't listen
Well,
to
you're in
him.
my circle, so
You are kind of in his house.
In other circles.
well, let's
Wonderful.
discuss it when we're in those circles. But in my circle, you're ugly.
Mhm.
I don't take kindly to your face either.
That's pretty
Thanks.
good. Looks just like this one here, though. I
Oh,
think he's
wait,
pretty
you just-
handsome. And he kind of like reaches up to you and tries to hop up, but he can't quite reach your cheeks.
How small are we talking? Like
He's
when you
like
say
the
miniature.
height of Zekian's ankle. Like he's about this tall,
Okay, so we're like
but he's loud.
what's your name, friend?
Zekian, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Oh, hey,
you,
that's my
Zekian.
name.
Oh, it's my name too.
Oh,
what's
that's
the last
crazy.
name?
And whenever
That's
they go
crazy.
out, the people always shout, "There goes
There goes
Zekian,
Zekian,
a ginger crowd."
ginger crowd.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
It doesn't have as much of a ring
I
to
like
it.
this.
You can keep singing.
Maybe I should. Maybe I
Uh,
should do. Maybe I should take a level in Bard. I don't know.
He's
Just
the
start
charisma
taking
for-
them all.
Don't quit your day job.
Can start and
I might say
God,
the same
he's
to
fucking
you.
rude. Oh wait, no,
Zekian?
that's like Zeke.
All
I'm
right.
not rude. I'm just
We're
blunt.
It is rude. They don't get it. It's a Faye thing.
Just because they don't get it, they think it's rude.
Rana, don't you want to see how hard he headbutts?
Yes, I've been down, so little Zeke can try to headbutt me.
And he looks at you. You
Is
sure
that really
about
the
this?
best idea?
He cracks his neck. I got a mean headbutt. Mean in
I'm
this one.
watching-
And he points over to Ezekiel.
I've got.
Alright, we don't have
this-
time for this. What if he lays you out like me?
I might kill you. Might kill you
That's
dead.
probably best not to.
Right on the spot.
I'm literally
You agree to that?
watching-
You like that? You like the idea that you're
do.
going to die here? As he's...
I believe in you.
All right, well,
Defense
shake
Lord.
on it. And he puts his hand forward.
Shake on
No,
what?
don't.
That's resistant.
What are we shaking on?
Shaking on that you're okay with dying here.
No.
Why would we
No,
shake
no,
on that? That's
no.
not a deal. You're not getting
Well, just in
anything
case, it's like a
return.
liability thing. Like, I don't want to get in trouble. Your friends might attack me if you die when I do your headbutt, so I need them to verbally
Just
consent in front of all
headbutt
of
me.
them.
We're talking about shaking hands. Just headbutt me.
Wait.
You might
wait.
die, and then your friends might kill me, so I'm not going to do it unless you agree.
Oh my god, let's go. This guy's boring.
All right. I ain't going anywhere, though. Coming right with you.
Probably a good idea, Moran. I don't want you being knocked out again.
You
did-
could've
I got
knocked
more
me out.
important things to do. Literally, the last time we did this, you blacked out.
That was
It'd be worse
because
with
I
me.
didn't have access to the things I have access to now.
Sure, whatever helps you sleep. In any case, we have other things to be doing. That's way more than important than you trying to measure up to Zekian.
Getting knocked out would help her sleep. Like, real good for a minute.
You're all boring. Hey,
For
Big Zeke.
walking.
Yeah, little Zeke.
I got a question for you.
Big go.
I probably have a question for you too, but you go first.
Why are you doing this? You left a long time ago. This place isn't yours anymore.
I'm trying to take you back.
You have no right.
No, I don't.
You weren't strong enough to defend it before. You ain't strong enough to defend it now.
Hey, Tiny Zeke,
Eh,
stop talking shit to my friend.
it's not
No,
shit,
he's
it's just the
probably
truth.
right, but I don't
No,
have to be.
no. You don't. Listen, you'll probably already hear that voice in your head enough. You don't need somebody from the outside saying it too.
Yeah, I'm not really
I mean,
someone from
voice
the
in my head.
outside. I'm really someone from the inside, if you think about it.
When you
I don't
think,
have a voice in my head.
you don't think.
I don't have
You
a
don't need
voice in
to.
my head. It sounds weird. Other than yours, whenever you do your thing.
I mean, when you think of
Zeke
me,
doesn't have an
it's a
inner
voice.
monologue.
Wait, you just live and do things?
Yeah, it's called living.
Oh my god.
You
that
don't
explains
like
so
think
much.
about life, and like
What's
I
there to
do.
think about?
Of course I do. I think about life. I think about lives and the countless ones that I've lived.
well, I mean, like yeah, but what does it mean to you? You know?
It's all lessons to learn, I suppose.
Yeah. So like when you try to reflect on like things you've done, is it like what do you see or hear in your head?
I remember doing them.
Sure, but like
Like I was there. I remember
all
how it
right,
was.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you like? Have to talk yourself through it, even though you were there?
Well, no, it's just like you ask yourself a question and you figure out like why you do things the way you do it.
I don't think this was a faith thing, but clearly it's a faith thing. You wouldn't get it.
It is.
So this isn't going to happen for like all of us. We're not going to get our inner self coming out, confronting us.
You want one?
Not really.
I hope not.
I would love a little Nonon. She can be best friends with Nochi. And don't eat her. Yeah.
Nah, I'll be for real with you. I'm just someone who wanted to seek and go farther, and he didn't. And now I'm a little sour about it.
He's gone pretty far.
Nah,
I'm not done yet.
hope not.
I just started yesterday.
Not really. You started a long time ago, if you think back far enough.
Restarted yesterday.
Yeah.
That's a fair one.
An interruption cost you.
Yeah,
No.
she did.
Do you know how far the Green Mother's gone since you've been gone? You know how close she is to seeing her goals? Do you even know what her goals are?
I don't need to.
Yeah. Guess not.
I really don't. Hmm.
Anyways, you keep on approaching things the same way you always have, Zekian. Headbutting them, raging them head on. I'm sure it'll work on eventually. I got my own destinations to go towards. Just been
Speaking of,
seeing you.
do you know which direction the Lantern King is?
Yeah. You see that way? Well, the mountains begin to give way. Keep heading that way. You got some time.
What about Ing?
In-
Ing?
Said he was here.
Well, no one really knows where he is, eh?
So he didn't tell you. Just me. Good to know. Must be a difference.
Perhaps. Anyway,
Well, thanks, little Zeke. Keep on keeping on.
yeah, Big Zeke. You keep on headbutting your way through. Keep going, keeping on yourself.
He'll give him a little a little reach down fist bump.
All right, see you on. And he wanders off back into the
Why
sideways.
does Little Zeke sound like a New Zealander?
That's little Zeke. He's little, he's littler, which is
New Zealand is little
New Zealand.
Australia.
Seems like a little
he's
Zeke.
smaller than Australia.
Yeah, he
no.
sounded.
the-
He
Bro, those
ironically
Kiwis are
sounded
mad
like
as
the
fuck.
Zeke from Nexus's Boo's Dream, where Zeke was very small, but his horns were absurdly the size, and his accent went full on Kiwi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turns
Yeah.
out the smaller you get, the more Kiwi you become.
More
A
Kiwi.
Kiwi is just a small Aussie.
No. I'm already hearing my New Zealand friends being fucking mad at me.
Yep.
You are small Australia. I'm sorry, it's a meta commentary that me
Get
Rook,
over
is
it.
giving into the game. But that is New Zealand. Get over it.
That's
Oh,
where Lord of the
man,
Rings
you're
happened.
all
Give it some
big.
respect.
I'm all
Yeah.
small.
Your Lord of the Rings, a movie plus mini Australia. So you got those two things going for you, I guess.
Congrats, you have the Hobbit. This plays into you being small. You have the Shire because you're small. Yep, just small Aussies.
You carry
Ah,
on
fuck.
though.
Yeah. Anyways,
but
little
you
Zeke
head,
said it's through the mountains.
yeah, you head the edge of the mountain pass here, and you see where the mountain begins to give way to flat plains. You come to the edge and see these flat plains are covered in massive plants that make passage difficult. Going forth here, you're going to need a survival check, but yes,
Is the terrain swamp-like?
no,
Oh, okay.
because the terrain itself is more like a forest, and if anything, though the trees are more like wildflowers, as they are larger than an ogre and sprout tall into the sky. They fill the air with a pleasant aroma, and as you push forward, you begin to see a waterfall appear in the distance just before the edge of the long, difficult traversal. You will need a survival check to traverse this next leg of the journey, but there is also, of course, a chance for rest and respite if you need any.
Can I help with
Take
this?
the survival check. I'm really good at it.
Ook.
What?
Would I be able to help with this?
Yep.
Do you want double roll or advantage?
Whatever you want. Up to you. If you want advantage, or I can roll with you.
I don't like making decisions.
Yep.
Roll with her.
Yeah. Oh, but
With an 18, you take a moment and start to navigate through. It takes a little bit of time, but you certainly feel it could have taken more. Eventually, as you press through this wildflower wilderness, the land becomes hilly and rough, and you start to see large stone pillars, really lumpy, boulder-like rocks, more than anything, dot the landscape. But there's a peculiar thing about them is that there are stones of every color. You see a blue stone, a red stone, a green stone, a pink stone, a yellow stone, a white stone, and so on and so forth. There's just a myriad of colors scattered across this hilly landscape that's kind of cleared out of the wilderness now. But that hill, you're approaching it now, gives way to a rather incredible sight. You see just at the edge of this hill lands a cliff that rises up into the sky, which is now shifted from orange to purple ad infinitum. It goes up and up and up. You cannot see the top. You cannot see the apex. It is just a cliff that rises. It is a wall of stone before you that just goes up forever.
Huh.
It seems to bar passage, but off in the distance, you can just barely make out what looks like an archway through the trees, kind of approaching around the edge of the cliff wall. There are a few patches of forestry, and there a door or an archway sits at the very least, like embedded into the wall of this cliff.
Well, we can't go over. We can't go under. I guess we'll go through.
There's still the around option.
I'm not walking around a mountain, Noble.
Okay.
You see me? I can barely walk now.
True, your arthritis has been acting up quite a bit lately.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we should get you
And
some
by the
medicine
way,
for
just
that.
like looking left and right, like you see, the wall continues to the far edge of your view. It is infinite in every direction, even up.
Oh fuck! If we had Peter right now, he'd be going like "Open sesame," and then we'd be on the other side.
You're a ways away from the door. You can't make out, or the archway. You can't make out much detail now, but
I can just fly.
Over the mountain, over the wall.
I don't see why not.
Look, have you looked up?
Does it look 4 hours away?
you don't see the apex. It just keeps going up.
I have never seen a further thing in my life.
I don't think that you could see the labyrinth from Emberwell, and I did that just fine.
True. I'm just gonna go into the archway.
Go through, like, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through the archway.
It's a ways away. Like you have to go approach it. You're like probably I'd say a mile, or like a little less than a mile away, just from the actual.
Somebody point me in the
archway.
right direction, and I will walk through the archway when I get there.
We were going to rest up, right? We found the spot to sleep.
Oh. Okay.
It's just
I
3
mean, if you
o'clock.
want
We're resting now.
At 3 p.m.
It's only it's 3. Never mind. I'm sorry. Well, we've been up since early in the morning, but we can keep going. Never mind.
Do we
So-
seem to be getting closer to the archway as we walk? Or
Yeah,
is it
you are.
over-
You are getting closer. You're definitely approaching.
Okay,
You,
it's not like a Waco Mundo.
No.
Mountain as we go.
We've already had one of those. You wouldn't put 2 in the same campaign.
No, definitely not. But as you approach closer and closer, you
We're
eventually
going through the mountain, and she goes.
come up to a doorway. Looks like this, and it contains strange runes that seem to be, well, as you kind of get closer, they
shit.
seem to be able to swivel on any direction. Does anyone speak Sylvan?
Yep.
If it's written, I can read it.
Yeah.
It's our
Opal-
native tongue.
In
Opal
a
can
description,
speak and read Braille, Sylvan.
there you go. It is inscribed into the wall, so you can read this. In Sylvan, an inscription reads, "If passage you seek, then 9 moves will you make. More or less would be a mistake. Lingering too long would see you meet the same fate."
Got it.
After reading this, the door begins to glow, and a timer begins.
Zeke's just gonna go. These rotate, yeah.
I will say they can rotate at a 90-degree angle in any direction. I'll show you like this. Like they can go like this. Does this make sense?
I found the solution.
Yeah, I did too.
Tell me
Okay,
what
go ahead.
tell me what order you're rotating them in, because you have 7
Top
minutes.
left,
legitimately.
rotate it twice.
To the right, like this way.
Yeah. Either way, it doesn't matter.
1,
Yep.
2.
This one, rotate it 3
Oh.
times to the right.
There we go. Which one? This one?
The top right, yeah, 3 to the right.
1,
You could just do
2, 3. How many was the total?
3.
Oh God, I should have
That's
been
5.
counting from the total. 5. Good.
but that's 5.
Now this one 3 times to the left.
Mm-hmm.
No, you
So
can just
this way.
Yep. Down.
Yep.
can't you just do 1 to the right?
Nope.
It doesn't matter.
2,
It does matter.
3.
You can only do 9 moves.
Yeah.
so
And then this
we'll
one
go
one
to
up.
9.
Yeah, and then this one's 1 up.
9.
Yeah.
And with that, the symbols all align, and the door begins to glow.
Wait,
With
Zeke, have
that.
you been here before?
Yeah, that's like a normal like doorknob type thing for the Feywild.
I
Hmm.
mean, I solved it pretty quick too.
Yes,
Yeah, but
not
he
hard.
like knew
It's a doorknob.
the exact rotations and everything.
Are old
Yeah,
ones like this?
Like how you got to turn a doorknob the right way.
Hey, are old doorknobs like this? Like
I mean,
if I
all
went
of
to your
them, all of
house,
your doorknobs the same.
No.
yeah,
What?
you turn the
What?
right to left.
I mean, that's
No.
the same thing that we just did here.
Sometimes
Well, yeah,
they're
you know, but
levers,
it's like
Yeah,
and then you
Is this really that complicated for you all? Maybe it's just a fake thing. You wouldn't get it.
it's definitely a
Just
Fae thing.
walk a mess.
I mean, I feel like I get it. I was just asking a question, you know. So if I like went to your house, would I have to do like the little puzzle thing?
Yeah, I'm
No,
just
I wouldn't
wondering
do
how you
any of these.
lock
It's
it.
too expensive. I don't really use knobs. You just push.
Fancy lock.
You don't like to
Okay.
play with knobs.
But as the door opens, you see a bit of flame and light rushes out at you, and this small, or this medium rather, size, this man-sized bird with flaming wings erupts out and slides past you, kind of burning your bodies as it flies by. It looks quite aggressive, whatever it is. We
Do I know
will
what this is?
make a nature check for primal magic stuff.
Oh fuck, big bird!
I'm pretty good. Kind of good. I'm a little bit.
Is this a fucking phoenix?
No, it's Ho-Oh.
Oh,
We've reached the end of Pokemon Season 1.
It's fucking Pokemon Gold. Let's go.
I don't know whether that's the first episode of season 1.
Oh, that's the first episode? Oh, true.
It is.
It's one of the
Yeah.
first things he sees.
Literally the first
Oh,
Pokemon
it's
that
the
was ever shown.
Arclight Phoenix. Hell yeah, that one's dope.
Yeah.
Well, the
as
first
it
ones are Nidorina. And
flies out. Nanan, you have heard of a being like this. It is a bird-like creature made up of pure energy. It is an elemental being, and it is able to be summoned in a variety of places and ways. Makes sense being here, given the natural connection to the elemental planes the Feywild, the First World, has. But the only other things you would know is that they are. You would know that this creature is called an Arclight Phoenix. It is immune to lightning and poison damage. It is resistant to thunder and non-magical attacks. And it is immune to exhaustion, grappling, paralysis, petrification, poisoned condition, restrained, and unconscious. That is what you know about the Arclight Phoenix. But before we jump into this combat, as it were, we will go ahead and take a 15-minute break here. Let's return at 11:20. That makes sense.
this,
Yes,
This bitch ain't immune to stun, though.
that's correct.
But they
Oh.
fly.
And let me jump over
I got my trident. baby.
to here. Can you see everything?
No.
You
no.
do not own any token with vision. In
No. Okay, hang on. Token vision. You guys, I'll
There we go.
put you down. You can deploy yourself anywhere in this deployment zone, wherever you would have liked to have been.
Swirling vortex aura of death.
Yeah, it is emanating this like aura of magical energy, and yeah, it's spooky. Who am I missing?
Me.
Anyone else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks good. Cool. So we'll pick up here in just a moment. Oh, yeah, you can position... Oh, game's paused. You can position yourself anywhere in the deployment zone. Wherever you would like to be. If, like, this zone counts. Anywhere that, like, the line, like, is, like, partially the way there, you could move into. So you can move in there, wherever you prefer. Move in there, etc., etc. Even there, even that one I'll count.
Can we roll for initiative before we depart?
Yeah, I'll put you all on initiative. Toggle. Who says that? Toggle. Wait, what? I toggled.
Like
Toggled.
lever.
There we go.
Nice. I'm killing it today, y'all. That's my second
Oh.
natural one.
Take it out of combat music though for a second.
Off
because
to
we're
a
going-
good start.
Let's see what he rolls. Nice.
Oh god.
Another-
Damn.
Another easy nat 20, baby.
Quick TPK before we meet everybody.
Great.
My arch
Now we know it
nemesis,
has a 22 dex.
a firebird.
Shouldn't say that.
Phoenixes are some of my absolute favorite.
Well,
I love Phoenixes. Sick as fuck.
it's about
But
to
it's
be
not a
really your favorite.
phoenix. It's an Arclight Big Bird.
Sure. Well,
The Thunderkugel Falcon Bird?
See you all in at 11:20ish to kill you. Bye bye.
Whoa.
You know what this card need? You know what you need? Make you feel like less of a sissy. Thunderkugel Falcon Bird. that she's got the better Frieza.
Fun fact: Laura Bailey voiced Vegeta.
I thought she voiced Trunks.
She voiced Vegeta.
Yeah, I
When?
knew that. In the
Yeah.
American English dub.
The Chris
Laura
Sabat's the
Bailey.
voice of Vegeta.
Yeah, at what
He
point?
might have done Kid Vegeta.
Yeah,
like
baby
if they
Vegeta, I
ever-
can
Yeah,
believe.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
She was Kid Vegeta. Or no,
Okay.
no, not Kid Vegeta, not the GT thing, but like young actual Prince Vegeta.
Yeah, no, not
Yeah,
baby.
Laura Bailey
but
voiced him.
she also voices
meme.
Trunks, childhood, like child Trunks.
Laura Bailey does a lot.
Oh yeah, she's everywhere. She was in like every single Tales game.
Oh, you know what's
Raspy
fun?
voiced boy is what she can do.
Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham are going to do Superman and Lois in the new Superman Lois thing,
Oh,
which is
that's
really
probably
cool.
really good.
That's
they have
Because Travis hasn't done Superman yet, but he did Thor before, and I think Travis will do a really
His
good Superman.
Thor's really
actually.
good.
Yeah, I think he'll do a really good Superman actually, and I think
Yeah.
she'll do a great Lois Lane actually. I think she's a great voice actor.
If the director is picking like a couple, I mean, I can assume that might be part
Yeah,
of
it's
it.
a
is that
great
they're an actual
dynamic.
couple.
Great dynamic. Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of emotion that can be easily brought out in their acting.
I just
So I might actually play the game
I
on that
am-
alone.
True. I am temperamental
Or-
about my Superman actors. It takes a special something to play Superman in an interesting way, and I think
What's the movie?
I just think your
Justice
voice has
League
to be
Superman
comfortable.
does really good.
Mhm.
I think
You need to have a cozy voice.
yeah, you gotta
Uh,
be
to make you
American
feel
Pie.
warm and fuzzy and safe.
What was the one movie with the bangers? I'm trying to remember. They were like a group of 4 guys who all got like crazy superpowers.
Smallville, what's his name? The guy who did Smallville Superman, he also did really good for a young Superman. God, what's his name?
At one point, Sephiroth's voice actor voiced Superman, and he did a really good job.
That's great. That didn't help me at all.
How many times does Superman do like a muted chuckle?
Tom Welling? Tom Welling did a good job for young Superman. God, who's my best Superman? Who's the best Superman? It's hard not to say Justice League slash
say
Superman
Justice League.
animated
Yeah, the
series.
Justice
It's
League.
like that's like iconic Superman. He did the best job. He's in a lot of the Superman versions, and I mean, of course,
That's also
you know,
one of the better versions of Superman,
yes.
not the fucking
It-
Man of Steel ones.
No, that Justice
Henry
League Unlimited
Cavill,
baby.
Henry Cavill looks like him, could do it, did a good performance. Writing was off. I'm so mad about that. I'm actually super mad.
Are you
about
like a
that.
huge Superman guy?
No, I'm
He's a DC
I'm just a
nerd.
DC guy. So like, I want to see anything DC do good.
And
Oh,
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I got recently have
Why
a
are
lot
y'all
more
shaking
respect.
your head? I see you, Mook, shaking your head over there. Like,
not only DC either. Batman carries it.
uh,
Listen, I want DC
Marvel
to be
sucks.
good, but just like
Or you're just
write something
wrong.
good besides like
the
4
comics,
Batman
the
stories.
games, the shows, the all of the everything besides the movies is spot on, fantastic. You're just a
DC for the
hater.
most part has like nailed their cartoons.
Hater. I see it.
Yeah,
I
they
see the
nailed
hate.
it 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
They definitely haven't
comics
made
still
like
good.
any. And they still have some pretty solid movies. I don't know anything about the comics.
Animated movies, but not like real movies. I'll give you that.
Oh yeah, no
I never
animated
liked the
movies.
comics.
Not,
There,
the- not the
anything
Man of
live
Steel.
action,
back-
anything live action in DC is not good right now.
Yeah.
Shazam was
which
pretty
is
fun.
Okay, that's true.
That and like Zack Snyder cut was like okay, but that's still like that's a while ago. That's like
I mean, the whole thing
little
about
bit ago.
Snyder's Superman is that he knowingly, like everyone knows that he hates Superman, and
Snyder
everyone
cut,
is already.
of Justice League was better.
I feel like we keep doing that. We give movies to or stories to directors that hate the property.
We do
Yeah,
keep doing that. We
like-
did that at Star Wars too.
It's like give it to somebody who fucking loves the thing. There's a
Yeah.
lot of really interesting things you can do with Superman. Making him an asshole isn't interesting. It's been done 1,000 times.
Superman is best as a villain, but he also has a lot of other places that he could fill in.
Yeah,
the
he's best as a
narrative
villain
role.
because it's really fucking boring when your protagonist is nigh unbeatable.
Yeah, well, that's why you you introduce the.
Yeah, you
Like,
introduce he's weak to
Darkseid
this
could
when
do
he's
it.
got an allergy.
Well,
No,
I actually
you
recently
introduce-
got
you
a lot of
introduce, like,
respect for the character.
The problem with Superman is that the public image of him is invincible. And I'm not a Superman stan. I actually think he is a more boring character than, like, say, Batman or any other
He's boring.
DC character. But he could be an interesting character because,
He's like the poster child for bland.
well, like, here's the
There's a
thing.
lot more to it.
Here's the thing. I know this is a controversial statement. Green Lanterns should be more powerful than Superman. Like, I think a Green Lantern putting on a Green Lantern ring, since they're intergalactic police officers, that whole thing about that is that they should be able to police other alien races, including Superman's race. So my advocation for Superman is that he should
Oh,
be
you mean the
nerfed.
Kryptonians from Krypton that are weak
Yeah.
to kryptonite?
I think Kryptonians should be nerfed. I think Kryptonians should be a little bit nerfed, and there should be a little. I mean, they kind of do this because they have certain things like certain alien races like Darkseid and even Lobo that can stand against them. But sometimes it's not enough. It's not enough.
I think that
It's never played up
Superman's
enough.
more interesting encounters are when like what he fought was not people, he fought disasters. He stopped bad things from happening.
That gets
when
very
he
boring very
fights-
quickly. Like, 'cause,
when he
like then
fights
you only
people-
get like you get like he fights a hurricane, he fights an earthquake, he fights a avalanche, and like you a burning building even, and you get through those pretty quick. And I think,
I think
they did.
people is just as boring when it's like, yeah, they're
It is,
they're
it
literally the
is.
exact same thing as him. They just look more like a bad guy, but they just do the same shit that he does.
No, to get
There
Superman
are some
interesting,
interesting stories with him.
You do either the villain like Injustice, which was great, or you do the vulnerable hero like All-Star Superman, where he got cancer and died. Those are
See,
the two
Thor
you
did that
play
better.
with. Who did?
Thor did that better.
Where? When?
Cancer. Jane Foster, baby.
Oh, well, that's lame, boring, sucks, cringe.
Fucking cool. is what it
All-Star
is.
Superman is one of the best Supermans there have ever been. Just because.
I
Well,
love the
it
DC
shows-
Comics Smash Mouth crossover.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It is very top tier, and it really shows the mortality, the human side of Superman in a very literal sense. When we only play with the figurative sense of Superman's humanity, it is very fun to play with that literal sense in a much more nuanced way than, say, having Darkseid coming, or not Darkseid as well, but like Doomsday come in and kill him. There's
Which
more
is
to
just
it than that.
evil-looking Superman.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's more to it, where it's like it's a little bit more interesting when it's he flew into the sun, his cells got overcharged, and now he has effectively cancer. That is a little more interesting for a character like Superman to deal with than just a big guy who beats him down really hard.
See, if his most interesting story is when he got cancer,
There's a Superman story that's
Good
really
story.
good where he becomes a communist, and it's really, really good.
Red Sun's really good too.
Yeah.
And also
that's
Injustice.
something that DC did okay, was the weird what ifs, and the Marvel What If series is better.
Superman versus the Elite
Marvel
is a
fan.
really good Superman movie.
vs. Elite's really good. Oh, it's really good. DC's better than Marvel. I hate to say it, but like their characters are objectively more interesting at a base
I
level.
think
Marvel's been more successful, and you can like scrunge at me all you want, but their characters
It's
are less
okay to
interesting.
be wrong.
It's
So,
okay, but
the
their
one
characters
thing
are
I
less
will say-
interesting.
DC has occasionally has significantly better writers than Marvel, but Marvel overall is generally just pretty all right.
And their stories have their characters are less interesting. A character that is, I mean, even Spider-Man, one of their showrunners. I love Spider-Man as much as I do,
Spider-Man's
but
my number one.
he's less interesting than a large majority of DC characters for just sheer creativity put into them.
Marvel's B list is more interesting than Superman.
sounds like someone who
Bro,
doesn't really
you
like
can
games
go
of
on
Superman.
Wikipedia dives for like weeks about Moon Knight without doing different timelines and different takes on him. Just like OG Moon
Okay.
Knight
Also
is like
remember that most of
infinitely
these,
more deep.
a
And he's
lot of these
B-list.
comics are major just propaganda machines. At least that's how they began.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Marvel works.
And they both Marvel and DC Comics
Didn't.
participate in that heavily because for a substantial amount of the time, Superman is like, you know, God bless America, and like he is that
Ideally.
100%.
Yeah,
Ideally.
Why
he's just
is this
inferior Captain
superhuman-
America.
Right. But also,
Yeah, but
what a
Superman's
fucking
cooler 'cause he's
shill
better.
what a fucking shill Captain America is. You freaking sellout.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
That's why Superman's better, because he's
Oh.
super.
No, because they both fucking suck. That's what I have to say.
Oh,
They can
he's
both
a
go
man.
shove it.
Apple pie.
An enemy of my enemy is my friend, dude.
This man hates apple pie. Look.
Look, it's not that I hate apple
Look,
pie.
look,
No, everyone else has a captain as well.
I'll say my one thing about DC and Marvel and culture overall. But what DC and Marvel are, they are the equivalent to our Greek myths. They are our equivalent to our heroes and our idealized societies. And there is something to be said about that. There are good messages to be learned there. And, you
That's an
know,
interesting take. I've
some
never
other
actually
ones.
looked at superhero stories like mythology.
Oh yeah, like Hercules. That's a good point.
they're
That's a
absolutely
really
the same
interesting
thing.
person. Oh my god,
Yeah, they're even Marvel characters.
that are named after
That's-
Norse gods.
that's
yeah.
true.
Literally Thor
And-
and Hercules. He was at the end of the last movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Spoiler.
Well,
It's the same thing culturally and also kind of societally. I absolutely do believe the ancient Romans and Greeks viewed those stories very similarly how we do comic books. I do at least like in a
Kill each other over 'em?
Yeah, exactly.
Same. I'd fucking kill you for saying DC's better
Well,
than
no,
Marvel.
no. You separate the a little bit the You can believe Batman's a real being, not in today's society. That's the only real difference. And like exemplify his ideals, especially when there's
I
not
wonder
like a widespread knowledge to disprove you wrong.
if in like 500 years, when people look back on our old myths and legends of comics in America, if people will think it's like, well, based on like how we have here, we have reason to believe that he's based on this historical figure that
Big
actually
green angry
existed.
man. Big green angry man with purple shorts. The symbol of virility.
That is accurate because people go to like Comic-Con and like conventions and stuff, so it's literally like
The
religious
Hulk
in all
hands were one
sense.
of the greatest toys ever made.
I think you said
Some-
Comic-Con, but did you say Comic-Con?
Comic-Con.
Like for communists?
yes, for communism.
That's what I thought. That's what I
It's not the
heard. But
Russia.
I heard that and I
Our
auto
con.
translated it to Comic Con because that makes more sense. But
No, I said Comic-Con.
I also
Aw,
realized
damn.
the
I
irony
was
that
hoping
we're
you said
having this whole
Comic-Con.
conversation while Aster is wearing a Superman shirt.
that's true. That's true.
Oh yeah.
There's some
So-
bias here. It's okay that you're both wrong.
No,
Do you guys remember
used to
the
hate-
Superman movie that came out like in the early 2000s?
What
where
do you
Lex
like about
Luthor
Iron
made
Man? Is it that he's an
Night
alcoholic?
Island?
Is it that he has like an alcoholic?
Yes, he's
story?
human. He's believable.
He's an alcoholic.
He
What's,
has weaknesses
what's-
that are
what-
relatable.
What's more interesting, a human going through human things, or an alien trying to fit into the human lifestyle
How
and
about a
failing
human
miserably
going
and having to go through those
things
things in a day by
And
day basis?
dealing with alien shit. You know how much more interesting Darkseid would be if his opposition wasn't just a more handsome version.
Hey, said that you go to Batman.
Man's cool. Yeah, no, I said
Keep
Batman
that-
too. Batman carries DC. He's the only reason DC's relevant. Hot take.
People waste what Superman could be. And
agreed.
Just get the right writer in there, and like we've seen it before, Superman has so much potential that hasn't been tapped into on the widescreen audience, and because of that,
Yeah,
I
because
mean, Iron Man's great. Iron Man's great.
one
Iron Man's
cares to-
great.
You got to dig too deep to find anything.
Every
don't have to
example
dig that
you
deep.
provided of a good Superman story has been changing what Superman is fundamentally.
Mhm.
That's bullshit, though. Like that's
You
lame.
have no,
Because-
yes, because he's like an immortal being.
no,
So
it's
there's the
not, because
cancer.
You change the thing fundamentally of what Iron Man is. Like you do the
No,
same
you
thing.
No,
to
he's a
make it
drunk. He's
interesting.
always a drunk. There's not just like
Not
stories
originally.
of Iron Man where he's
If
drunk.
You go back to
He's
the,
drunk
you go back to the original.
throughout.
That's absolutely not the original case of Iron Man.
Yeah,
It
it's a
evolved
trait
from
he
there.
gained, but he doesn't like just lose it at the end of a
Well,
So
run.
you're saying,
Being drunk
you're saying
isn't
stories
his
can't.
character.
You're saying stories can't evolve and like change, take multiple iterations.
Yeah, Iron Man is Iron Man. Like, there's some weird spin-off comics where like they do freaky shit, but like for the mainline comics and even everything outside of mainline, until you get to the things that are the what if Tony Stark got bit by the spider instead, until you get to weird shit like that. But like, no, Tony Stark Iron Man, it's just him every single time. It's the same guy doing the same thing, just in different ways.
I get it. I
as in,
get
like,
it.
his suit looks
Disney
different.
has taught you that Marvel's the best. They've indoctrinated you.
Nah, I'm just
You
saying, one
full
of these
Marvel
is played by
stans.
Robert Downey Jr. and one of them is not.
Henry Cavill? You stuck in Henry Cavill? Because it's cringe
We
take.
should probably get to the
Cavill, by
game.
the way.
Maybe, but like Henry Cavill.
Cavill, stop it.
Cavill.
Stop it.
Cavill.
So call him Cavill. I thought you
Cavill.
liked Superman. You don't even know you're a fucking actor.
Cavill. I don't actually like Superman that much. I just think you're overhating him.
I think
Both
he's
of
the
you.
bland. He's the poster boy of bland.
Listen, what I said is true,
Literally
whether you want to fight
the
it or not.
example for how not to make a superhero.
Aster is arguing for why base Superman's interesting. You're arguing why for every new iteration that plays on
You know
base
what?
Superman's interesting.
I'll argue one thing about base Superman. He's existed longer than any other superhero, pretty much. So there has to be something interesting about him, right? We can agree to that.
He just got here first.
He's changeable.
He can
he
be
got
the-
here first.
He
Sure.
can be boring because he got here first. He's allowed to be.
That's
Everyone
absolutely
else
not
has to
true.
be different.
There's been other heroes, like Hercules, fucking Gilgamesh, all of the ancient heroes existed before him. Why didn't we exemplify those stories over Superman? Because he was American.
You know what I mean.
Because he had American ideals. Because he knew that at the end of the day, you were fighting for a slice of apple pie and a little bit of farmland.
And that's
the
why they made
freedom.
Captain America.
That's not what Captain America ever was about or became about. He was about fucking war and always
White
about like
supremacy is what it was
PTSD and fucking realizing
Yeah,
how
bad
like,
times.
oh God, I'm indoctrinated by America. Everything that Captain America went into was not about the day-to-day of an American lifestyle. At least, you know, old
Captain
1940s
America is an
American
excellent
lifestyle.
example of a paragon.
That's true.
He-
Superman's
Yeah.
also a paragon, but the
He's
good kind of
correct.
paragon, where he exemplifies apple pie and wheat fields and cornfields as well, maybe. You know, types of fields. He advocates you being on a field, doing field work. That's why he's a good superhero. At any rate, let's do some combat.
I found a very deep dive article about why Superman is just the icon of fascism.
There is
pretty
a lot
good.
of that.
Take
I can
that.
tell you why a lot of things are fascist, but you wouldn't agree with me. And I might not either agree with myself either there, because I'm not agreeing with myself, but there's an argument made why anything's fascist.
Let's kill a space bird.
Let's kill a space bird.
Let's kill a space bird.
But as this bird dives out and into your vision, it, in an instant, flies up 60 feet just from this moment. As it is there, it thinks about all the things it could do, not thinking it would be so quick. I guess that makes sense. It is very quick. It is going...
Go.
It's going to fly down 60 feet.
Boom.
make an attack against you there, Zekian. Oh. That was weird. This one does miss. It was very odd how it said a 9, but it looked like weird. It was very weird for me. But anyways, this one, as it flies in, it swoops in, tries to peck at you, misses, and then swoops back another 60 feet back up in the air. It doesn't invoke attacks of opportunity because it has flyby.
I don't think Sentinel cares. Oh no, they
That's a good
provoke
question.
even if they
What
disengage.
matters first? Because it, yeah, I'll say, because like it says it doesn't provoke an opportunity attack. So I don't think it matters for you. You don't matter, in fact.
It's okay.
Got him. With that, however, as it flies back up 60 feet, that's gonna be Resta's turn.
Oh. Ah. Are these are these things aggressive?
It just try to take Ezekiel's head off with a dive attack.
Oh,
It appears so. Yes.
okay. So it's still super high up in the air?
It went 60 feet up in the air, yep.
Okay. I will also go 60 feet into the air. As I will bonus action. Sorry. Where? All my shit's got rearranged again. Bam, this one. I will just fly up. Nope, that's the wrong one. The fuck? Side powered leap. There we go. This guy. That's better. So jump up 60 feet in the air and just throw out 2 psychic daggers. Or it's been a while since I've used these. It's a psychic bow. Right, I can.
So moving up next to it and then going up 60 feet.
Yes. I'm trying to. I couldn't remember how to think. It's been a long time. I can actually do this at range, so as well, but I guess it doesn't matter.
That hits.
Normal damage. And then I have to. 18.
Misses as it
Shit.
flies off to the side.
And then I drop back down to the ground.
You gain movement equal to, so you have 80 feet of movement, you went 60 feet up, so you have 20 feet of movement left, so you're going to drop 20 feet at the end of your round unless you dash, which you don't have a action or bonus action to do.
That is correct.
So you go 20 feet above the ground, and then at your turn you fall the rest of the feet. Oh, I think I have this.
You do.
And you take
2d6.
Correct. Roll that there for you. That's 5 points of damage.
Ach,
I'll apply that to you
my bones.
as you crack on the ground a little bit there. Nanan, it is your turn.
Right. Okay. Um, let's just go with the good old handy dandy spiritual weapon.
I'm gonna summon it right next to the creature, I imagine. Where is it? Why don't I have it? Oh, that would be because it's in here. No, yes, no, no. Here it is. Boom.
Yay!
It misses.
And sorry, as a point of clarification, if I summoned it as a bonus action, would it attack as well for that same thing, or would it be like two separate things?
It does. You summon it
You summon it and
as a
it
bonus
attacks.
action, and then it attacks. Correct. When you
Okay.
cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. So yes.
Okay, cool.
Assuming you summon it next to it, which you did in this case.
Yeah. Can I attack with it again? Then for my action?
No. Because as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon and repeat the attack. It specifically requires a bonus action, and bonus actions and actions are not interchangeable.
Okay. Then
There's balance reasons for that.
Yeah, there.
Mhm. For my action then. Can I or produce flame? Wait, is my gambler's sword magical or no? It's just
Yeah,
a plus.
It is.
It is. So okay, I'm gonna hit with that then.
Anything with a plus to hit is magical, typically.
Ooh, that
In
is
fact,
good to know.
I can't think of a reason where that's not the case. Except for like Pathfinder 1 rules where they have keen weapons, which are like really well made weapons or whatever
Yeah,
that have plus ones to
masterwork.
hit.
Masterwork.
That's what it is called, yeah.
Can you get up to it?
Yeah, how are you hitting it?
Correct. It is 60 feet in the air.
60 feet in the air. Mother Nature.
It's a really big sword.
It's super long.
It's a 60-foot long sword.
Like Goku style.
Ah, fuck. Yep, that anchors things. I may have to throw a produce flame at it then instead.
Go for it.
Oh, even that won't hit.
Yeah, it's only a
No.
30-foot range.
God
Creature within
damn
30
it!
feet.
Okay.
Those are two amazing rolls.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, just wasted. Ah.
You don't have like a ball.
No, I have 2 super buff arms and
No sacred flame or anything?
spells. I would have to use a cantrip for my
You can't-
attack tech, couldn't I?
Yeah, produce
Sacred
flame
flame
is
is
a
60
cantrip.
feet. If you have it.
Yeah, sacred flame also works, but
I don't have
Cantrips are
sacred
all that you
flame
can
then.
do.
ah, okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know what? Who is next to me? Who is right next to me? I'm gonna waddle over to the red one and just shoulder slump pet his and say, I believe you'll be able to hit.
Thanks. It's not really something I do, but we'll just see.
I believe in whatever you choose to do.
That brings us to Zekian.
Great. I'm gonna bonus in wild and turn into my armored self. this one.
You are cutting off at your last word. Maybe Walter wasn't crazy.
I might just be letting go of the push to talk because I'm
might have
like
been.
typing in there. I let go of push to talk so I can type in my temp HP. Anyways, yeah, I do that to get my temp HP and grow my horns. And then for my action, I'm going to cast Earthbind for the first time ever.
Oh shit!
Get that fucker.
Well, that spell's useful.
There you go.
That spell's really useful now. Holy shit! That's okay. Let's see the. That's unfortunate.
Damn. Reduces. I thought it was like restrained and pulled to the ground. No, it's reduce your speed to 0.
Speed is reduced to 0, and they descend to the ground 60 feet per round.
What's the DC?
18. It popped up a little thing saying that it's making you do the save.
Did it?
Mhm.
I see that it did, but it didn't. I'll make a save and see if it does it automatically.
Fails.
It did, and it failed.
Cool.
With that,
He's
it is-
earthbended.
as it per round, when does it descend? Thanks, D&D.
I would
For
assume
the
that this
creature's
I
is,
turn?
assume now,
I would assume right away.
because it doesn't say on its turn, so I would assume is immediately an airborne creature affected by the spell safely descends at 60 feet per round until
I
it
would assume
reaches
that
the
means
ground.
on my turns every round,
Sure.
or else it gets weirdly arbitrary.
It's almost,
If it's always on the round of the
it's almost
caster,
kind of
it's
silly that
consistent.
like it descends safely. What is this
Yeah,
magic doing? Like,
so that-
is it just
so that you
convincing
don't
it that like it should be
oh.
on the ground? Like,
It's
oh,
not
I'm
that
gonna
you're like,
just up
oh,
or down.
It has a 300-foot range, so it's not like, oh look, a flying thing 30 feet in the air. Welcome to 30d6 for a second level spell.
Right. It's a tractor beam.
That's why. It's
Tractor
a
beam
pull
or,
them to
like,
the ground so that
Vines
you
that
can
come out
fuck
of the
them up.
ground.
Because I can't do any. I mean, I can do things. I can fucking smite from this range, but that's boring. And I've been waiting to use Earthbind for literally a year. So,
enough.
welcome to Earthbind. I am
we'll
knocking
we'll
it to the ground.
say, per round. The fact that it's just per round, I have to roll it. That it means at the end of the round.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't change anything on my turn.
Yeah, exactly. But like,
Other
by the end of the round, it'll be pulled down 60 feet.
Other than I'm gonna move over to here with my move, and that is it.
Can't you
Oh.
sling staff or?
Nope. It's
Action
an
for
action
Earthbind.
spell.
Nevertheless, your turn.
Something is about- Okay.
You see the
And a bonus action to wild shape.
well, what does the visual of this spell look like for you, Zekian, as you're pulling this creature down?
Oh, it's totally like cold iron chains like bursting out of the ground and like literally wrapping onto things up to 300 feet away from me. Like it is slowly like reeling it in, slowly 60 feet per round.
Yeah.
Which 6 feet per round isn't a lot. Normally fall speed is 300, or 500. It's something stupid. So yeah, it's like slowly like wraps in chains and then is like dragging it down to the ground.
That it is. As it is doing that, Nefsis, what are you doing?
I think Nefsis is just gonna move over to Opal, because I imagine Opal has no fucking idea what's happening. There's just a bird in the air, and Opal, this is like the worst case scenario for Opal. But he's going to holy weapon your trident, and he's gonna say, Zeke's bringing it down. It'll be on the ground soon. You can see it. Give it hell.
Opal will prepare to give it hell.
And that's all for Nefsis' turn.
Real quick, are we coming out of this cave or heading into this cave?
This is where the doorway is over yonder.
So
Got it.
yeah, the door opened and then the bird burst out of it. So I'm
Burst
saying
out and flew at a
from
pretty
going-
incredible rate.
So wait, instead of fucking up this bird, does it make sense to just go in the doorway?
Yeah, we could.
I'm assuming that since it came out of the doorway, it
It's
has
not
no
like a
problem being
magical
in there.
doorway. It's just
Yeah.
a like door that goes through this cliff and goes
And the
inside. It
bird
can follow
came
you,
out
no
of it,
problem.
which assumes that the bird is fine inside of it, and also it's very fast, clearly, because it can move 120 feet around.
Would add ceiling to the bird.
Right, but this is that bird's home.
Maybe it flew into window and then had trouble getting out, and now with doorway open, hey, now it's outside again.
I mean, frankly, I haven't injured it. Earthbind doesn't hurt me. I can just hold it on the ground.
Right.
Uh,
How long
yeah,
does
'cause
that
they
last?
It
don't-
just never
How long does
repeats
that
a
last?
save. It just
Yeah, they
lasts
don't make
for a
the
minute.
save. It is bound to the ground for a minute.
That's strong spell.
I mean, it's a
In this
second level spell.
In
but
this
yeah.
specific circumstance, it is a strong spell.
It's eaten one of my prepared spells for for a year of gameplay because I refused to
I
get
knew
rid of it.
it would come in handy.
Yeah, I know I could have just changed it to something else, but I know the moment I did, there'd be a fucking bird.
This bird's
And then,
very
like, when we
strong
fought
because
the
it can
fucking
fly. I
dragon,
will
it
admit.
never flew. The dragon was just on the ground, ripping lightning constantly.
You've dragon rented this beast. Is there anything else? Wait, Opal. Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, I could throw the trident, but I'm not gonna even bother. I mean, do we want to kill this thing, or we just get moving on?
As far as I know, we don't have any reason to kill it. We can just move on.
Who made the check to realize what this thing is?
Anon.
Non, is this thing evil?
Was that in one of the things?
It's
that was-
chaotic neutral.
Not necessarily.
Which, in a lot of cases, player character wise, means evil.
Kind of just does what
You
it
know,
wants,
in the
you
real
know?
sense, it doesn't.
Chaotic means it's going to follow us. I mean, we can try to ignore it. It can't move for a minute.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. That's
Just
my
to
turn.
describe the
Classify
door,
it
I don't
as
know
like
if I
a-
ever showed you that. Oh, I did.
You did show
So yeah, the doorway is like kind of opened up like that.
Yeah.
And then there's
Also
a
kinda
passageway
funny.
that goes through.
With the bird just pinned to the ground, since you can't literally attack a spiritual weapon, we can just leave and the meat stick can just beat on it for a minute.
Oh,
It's kind
but
of funny.
just to pass on the love, because holy weapon's a bonus action. I'll guidance Opal too.
You know what's really fucked about
I
this?
was given this. I was told to pay it forward. There you
I'll
go.
tell you this, just again, I usually wouldn't, but this thing only has a fly speed, so it doesn't move otherwise. So it is normally, if you reduce its fly speed to 0, it can at least move normally.
Hop
This thing is
around.
a 0-foot non-fly speed move. So in this situation, this thing is pinned to the ground for a minute, which is hilarious.
Does anything
because it
happen
is
when it
a
touches the
hard
ground?
counter.
Usually creatures with no walking speed have ground effects.
It hasn't touched the ground yet, so you don't know.
We
Oh,
could
true.
try to
Okay.
communicate
Cheater.
with it.
It's not cheating.
Cheater!
How's that cheating?
Cheater!
Does that mean it does something does happen? I'm gonna take that to mean I'm right.
Cheater.
Hang on, I might just explode everyone.
Cheater.
Buddy computer, read attention like a stray.
That's a cheater. That's cheating.
Always. You know
We
me.
keep calling it out until someone says something else. It's
Oh.
Piranha's
I
turn,
didn't actually press the
apparently.
end turn button. I didn't
Um,
hit the end turn button. That's my bad. Sorry.
Fair enough.
So are we just leaving this thing, or
I mean, I'm not opposed.
can I tell if this is like native to the Fey plane or like?
Scared.
Nature check or Arcana check.
I will choose to make Arcana check.
Or animal handling check.
God no.
Too late. This creature seems to be elemental by nature, so you get the sense that it is likely of an elemental plane.
I can try to send it back to where it's supposed to be at.
Is it like fiery?
It is sparking with electrical almost energy, but the electric is like pink lightning.
Okay.
Lightning. Sorry.
Oh, wait, Zeke might be like this thing's worst enemy if it just deals lightning damage.
Oh wait, we can beat the shit out of this thing.
I mean, I can just
Going
pin
to
it to the
cast
ground for a minute at a time. It can't move.
banishment on the bird thingy.
Yeah.
Do you think it tastes like duck or like chicken?
It's rolled really well. It rolled an 18 naturally, but that's not high enough because it has a -2 charisma. And it...
Ooh.
Oh, that's not the right one.
Dead. It's sent
killed
back
it.
to the elemental plane of dead.
Do I feel like it's
disappears.
on a? Do I feel like it's gonna stay there, or am I still holding this spell? Can I tell that?
Let's see.
You have to hold until the end of the spell.
You have to hold till the minute ends, so you can wait for a minute.
We can start walking. I don't need to be like here to hold it.
Its speed is 0 either way, but
Would it be earthbound on the other plane too?
yep, spell affects it for a minute. That's what it says.
Mm.
And it affects the creature. It doesn't affect an area, so it's
I
just
know, like
the creature.
narratively, it's a change thing. Mechanically, yeah, it just puts a debuff on the creature that pins it to the ground. Or I guess it just sets its fly speed to 0.
Yeah, it can't
Yeah.
move wherever it is.
Anything else could just run around.
The door has opened, and you see the passageway continues before you. Good shit.
Okay.
You guys, that was like so easy. You guys.
Yeah,
Spells
maybe
are
it's
strong.
like-
What can I say?
Maybe whoever lives here, it's just a pit or something. It's
Right,
just
maybe we close the door behind us though.
sure.
Yes.
That puzzle's a doorknob. How do we lock the door?
Can I try to shut the door?
Yeah. If you pull
Yeah.
it behind you, you hear a as like the puzzle resets itself.
Yeah, it's automatic. Very lazy.
Is
Correct.
there like
How do you open it from the
easy
inside?
open? Yes, yes.
You
there's
just
one.
push it.
It's a funny thing. We didn't get it.
It's simple.
Fine by me. All right, let's go. Now we'll
You push
push down the
forward.
dark tunnel.
You either push
Presumably
it or
not.
you pull it, or you lift from the bottom.
And as you push
Damn right.
forth, you emerge through a almost like a tunnel. Like, actually, before we get to that, your journey begins a little bit slower. The tunnel begins. It is dark. It is long, but there's a speck of light at the end. But it is a long distance away.
I'm going to uncover my Vivesh that's all around me. And so she shines bright.
Light.
And I'm not dropping the holy weapon, so Opal's trident is glowing.
It's staying on, damn it. Well, I guess we walk for a while. Like a long while. Can I actually get like a gauge on how far this tunnel is?
Intelligence check.
Not like perception.
Nope.
Okay.
Can I help before you roll?
Yeah.
Because I have a dark
It's
vision.
It's calculating like a distance
Dark
based
vision,
on
insight.
vision. Like your ability to see that far isn't your ability to perceive how far that actually is distance-wise.
Alright.
That being said, it's a ways away. If you had to guess, you're used to sniping. in your olden days. That's probably a mile or so away. So at your current pace, probably
Like 15, 10 minutes.
probably 15, 20 minutes exactly.
All right. It's not that far.
Going to pull
Hopefully.
Watchy out from underneath my ladder. And ask her to fly forward swiftly, silently, and at any movement or notice of danger, come right back.
Yeah, and she flies off.
The street lights are on. You come home.
So you start walking down this endlessly dark pathway. The floor beneath you feels soft like earth, but there is no visual. It is just your footsteps
Morana's
continue.
not walking. She's gonna ride a boar that she just pulled out of her bag
That you do.
because she's not walking anywhere.
You hear
Her
just in the
joints are so
darkness,
bad.
the darkness around you. Those of you who don't dark vision, which I think is most of you, you just hear a.
I do have.
I think most of you do. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Then see the boar. There's a boar. It's boring.
Nefsa's gonna go to Marana and be like, come on, I just climbed a mountain. Can I ride the boar?
My joints are so bad. I mean, the boar can probably carry 2 people, right?
Is it a boar or a giant boar?
It's just a boar. It can only carry me.
It's just.
I don't know
a
if
boar.
a boar could carry one person.
Well, let's see the boar strength.
Boars are strong as shit. I bet it
Yeah.
was
Boar strength 13,
You can ride a
size
pig.
medium.
longer than me.
Marana's like
It's a
clutching
normal pig.
onto this pig that it's
Yeah,
like. Don't.
it's less like a
don't,
mount and more like
don't.
it can
Hold on,
like,
hold on.
grapple.
The
you know?
fireflies were strength 12, and yeah, they're a size large, but still, that's a strength 13 medium creature. That's still pretty fucking strong.
Yeah, but
I'm
mount
sure.
Raw, you're not allowed to
I
ride
don't
it.
know if they're
Well, the
built
size
like-
category
You're not
thing is
wrong,
literally the
but
amount of
size
weight
cord-
that it
yeah,
can
I was
lift,
gonna say
push,
size
pull, and
cord
carry
is-
is literally doubled.
Yeah, size category is affected by
So
weight.
a size,
so like
a
yeah,
large size 13 strength is literally twice as strong as a medium size 13 strength.
correct.
It's more of a build, but I don't know. Marana's actually.
Well, like
never mind.
mechanically, it works that way because
Still-
it influences your carry weight.
Do you want to ride the boar or?
I mean, I don't have to, but my feet hurt really bad.
I can give you a
I let
piggyback.
Nexus get on the boar because he's an old man.
And he does. And
Old man
kinda
privileges,
clips around the
finally.
board.
Early bird
Put your
meals.
Chio on the back of the fucking boar.
It's not why we
Your
got up at
401k.
5 in the morning, the Nefsis. For
Yes.
your early birds.
Dinner at 2 p.m. Let's go. It's
We've
so
been
cheap.
dinner like
It's so cheap.
I have coffee at
Handicap
4 a.m.
parking. It's finally yours. No longer will the elderly live privileged.
At every vendor. He's going to go, do you have an AARP discount?
Hey,
So-
Luke, I got a quick question for
Yeah.
you. Are you able to grant the permission for Tokenizer to upload files?
I thought I could. Thought I did, but apparently not. I think somehow. I've given you permission to upload files according to your permission, and if it doesn't let you, I don't know why it's not.
I'll try.
What are you uploading, though, to my
I paid
limited...
fucking $80 for this shit. I'm gonna use.
Oh yeah, I guess if y'all want to use what you got right now.
That's what I'm doing. Hey, kiss my ass. No, yeah, I can't click the OK button.
You'll have to wait, then.
Why?
You could have requested this at any time, though, before now the game started. And I
It
could have
didn't
had it
occur to
set
me.
up. That's fair. Well, anyways, as you trek on through the tunnel, it eventually clears out, and you see, well, this.
Sick.
for you as you emerge out into the opening here. It is a veritable city built among the trees. Looking down into the lowlands, you see, just kind of below your vision here, you see this massive and widespread gathering of tents and stalls and markets and other sort of vendorly setups kind of scattered about. And I would like everyone to make a perception check. Those of you who think you would be scanning the market at the very least.
A perception check, you said?
Yep.
Ooh. I like
Anon,
that shade of
you
green.
noted
I like that shade of green.
Resta. Resta, Nanon, and even Nephthys and Zekian, you both end up noticing. Rana, you're too enthralled by the sheer mystical
This is
nature
amazing.
of
You
this,
guys didn't have to roll
like,
that
setup here.
high. Just roll up.
Exactly, it's easy.
I literally, I have to roll a 1 to roll lower than that.
Wait, is this site-based perception?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, this place is kind of cool.
You all almost immediately spot something that is a little sus. You see a purplish tent bearing the symbol of a scorpion on the top. It looks very familiar to the tent of mysteries, kind of scattered among the market here, the witch market, as it were.
So which market
Look,
do
the
we
guy
go
selling
to?
drinks. We can go get a drink.
They are selling drinks. They're selling drinks that are in these not flagons as much as they are miniature tree stumps that are kind of like held almost as a flagon, and in there is this thick brothy like stew with some eyeballs floating through, and he's handing them out to each individual that's walking by.
Is the
That does look pretty tasty.
is the clientele here all Fey, or is there anything else?
Mostly Fey. You see a few extra planar travelers, but other than that, mostly Fey. Oh, if you were wondering, if you went over to this screen here, you are here in the first world. It's for you, just so you know.
Yeah.
That's where you is. Yeah.
I go over and buy Nanon a drink.
Drinks
Looks you.
to meet
Hey,
Bible.
you see this like shriveled gnomish figure looking at. Hey, want a drink? What are you offering?
Money?
What are you offering?
What kind of money?
Electrum.
No good here.
Gold.
No good here.
Shiny rocks.
What?
Shiny rocks.
What kind of rocks?
They're like regular stones with shiny specks in them.
Hmm.
Gold rocks, vaguely coin-shaped.
Don't care.
Can I buy a drink?
Yeah, what do you got to trade?
Can I tell you a lie?
If I believe it, maybe I'll give it to you.
Wait.
My father was a
Wait,
snake.
if he knows it's a lie, what? I think he's trying to get you, Marona.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Are you sure?
You told me it was a lie.
Maybe I'm lying about it being a lie.
Yeah, what if she told the truth?
I don't even know what you said.
I said my father was a snake.
Don't believe it.
Well, it's not a lie.
I'm having a hard time buying it myself,
Yeah,
actually.
I'll admittedly, this thing kind of favors me because all I have to say is I don't believe it, and then I don't have to pay anything.
Okay, then.
Kind of a bad deal you set up for yourself.
You sell the best drinks in the city.
I sell drinks in the city, yeah.
I said the best drinks in the city.
Yeah, drinks in the city, yeah.
How do you know? We just got here.
Exactly.
That's the lie.
So you believe it?
No.
This guy sells shit drinks in the city. Let's go.
Maybe he just doesn't sell to non-Fey.
So we
That it?
wouldn't get it.
Okay, then buy us a drink, Zeke, since he doesn't sell to non-Fey.
Oh, no, I don't drink.
Wait, it's not. I've seen you drink.
When?
You drink
Name
water
one
all the time.
What, you want water?
He's not.
I don't
Isn't this
believe
a
you.
stew?
time. You want stew? I can get you that too.
Let's just go find the Lantern King.
Eh,
Currency here.
miss out on the tastiest stew of your life, though.
Okay, but which stall sells the best?
You're looking at
That's
it.
where.
What do people
And the purple
normally
one was not lying.
pay for stuff? It's not coin. What else is there?
I've got.
Why are the people that come in here while they're playing just so boring?
What do you want, a year
Comes
off
with
my
the few.
life?
I don't know. I want something to kind of is less boring than this conversation.
Well,
Try to my
Once my
favor.
pinky
Jeez.
toenail, it's kind of gangly and crooked a little bit, but it's my
You
toe.
giving me body parts now, fingernails and
Mm.
stuff?
Yes, but it's mine. But the real
Yeah.
Guys, Faye don't care about your things. You gotta give him like your name or like a favor. Like a secret. Come
Or an
on.
organ.
I have a book of secrets.
I'll take any one. You don't need them all.
I will open up my book of muffin recipes.
Hmm. See, I think we got off on the wrong foot. Organs is what I was saying, not muffin recipes.
Oh, I heard something about secrets. I thought
yeah,
secrets-
organs. Sorry, to re-clarify, not secrets, organs, like kidneys. I could do with one of those.
How
These
used?
toenails are really important to the lizard folk. It's like third, fourth organ.
Do they have to be our organs?
I don't care. Just
Holy
give me an
shit.
organ.
Let's go get some
Gee.
organs, guys.
Do you have a kidney?
Do you have a kidney?
Yeah, I think so. What am
Give it to
I asking
me,
to
and
you?
I'll give you a drink.
Well, no, I need it.
Why?
And I don't drink.
Give to someone else to give to a drink?
No, I'm just saying, if you want an organ, do you have it?
I don't have. I mean, I do, but they're
Can I
all
use yours?
they're spoken for.
We promise
Is-
not to disembowel you. Can we have?
Does it have to be a person's organ?
Sorry. That seemed like a threat, and threats here. Well, they don't do well. That's all I'm gonna
That's
say.
right. Just promise.
Okay. Yeah, that could be worse.
I was promised worse than threat.
Do you know
Well,
who the Lantern King
Oliver-
is?
Yeah.
Right.
Probably in the tent over there. Why don't we just go talk to the Lantern King? We don't need to fuck with this guy.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
We should
Cool.
bring him back some organs, right?
I
Well-
really don't want to drink that badly.
I don't either. I just want to give this guy some organs.
I don't.
We can go.
All
You
right.
just give
I
him one
think
of
other
yours.
things are trade. That's just all you offer to value.
I offered muffin recipes.
Not valuable. I know how to
I
make the
just,
best muffins in the
you have
goddamn
not tried my
world.
muffins. Last time
You
I
haven't tried
made
my
these
muffins?
They were so good.
He's got good muffins.
My muffins are better.
Ooh, do you want to have a muffin all?
I don't have time.
Yeah,
Damn it,
me
please.
neither.
Wait, so you make the best muffins, the best stew,
Best
I'm
drink.
and
pretty
the
good.
best drinks?
Yeah.
So you did believe me when I said you make the best drinks in the city.
This is what I said.
Give me my
It wasn't
drink,
a lie.
please.
It wasn't a lie.
Give me my drinks, please.
Wasn't a lie.
This fucking guy.
You offered to lie. You
I think you're
promised
allowed to
lie.
do puffery.
It's a lie.
She promised a lie, but she did not say where the lie was going to be coming from.
There's no lie here. All honesty between friends.
You did lie though. You said that you did not believe your drinks were the best. But now you just said that they were.
Just because I didn't believe it then doesn't mean I can't be convinced that this is the truth.
I mean, that
And you're
means
right.
you were wrong.
Guys,
And
The
yet-
very least wrong.
Seriously.
It
It's
wasn't to
very
make me
bad.
wrong.
Guys,
it was
hey.
to be the truth.
This
Fair,
dude can go fuck himself with his drinks.
Why do you do
yeah,
that?
can we not banter with all the Fae in the Feywild? Like of all the
It's like
people
the
to
biggest
possibly
trap.
banter
You'll
with
be here
in
for a
all
long
of the
time if you
places.
do.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay,
it's
let's
it's a
go.
literal
Maybe-
trap.
You will really just absorb that you're kind of the tourists here and like follow a local.
Are you a local?
Why are you ruining this for me?
I mean, I have a few lifetimes in it. Yeah, I think that's a local.
Alright,
Yes,
get off
look-
then.
Great.
It's got the weird things that you like, Marana. Maybe it's got more. Let's go.
Have a good day, friend. Good luck with the sales.
Yeah, you too. Or whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. Zeke's going to start walking towards the tent.
I start picking like fun shades of green grasses on the.
You guys
on the
messing with this
rooftop.
stuff is how Resta lost her name.
I
Like, what's-
remember.
Yeah, but that was really fun when she lost her
Well,
name.
clearly you
wasn't
don't
for-
remember because we're still doing it. Let's
I-
not.
What's your name?
For a little while.
Yeah, they do that. So don't talk to them.
I'm not just gonna ignore somebody, but I know a little better now. What?
So, you wander over to the scorpion-shaped tent, and from there, you're standing at the entrance. You see a number of other stalls and other merchants kind of gathered around, but no one seems to be perusing around this tent. In fact, there seems to be a stark avoidance of this tent because this market is crowded, is shoulder to shoulder. There are Fae everywhere here, but the space around the tent is noticeably empty.
I guess I'll shout in silver. Hello.
The tents kind of rustle in the wind as you speak, and the tent flaps rather. And the tent flap open up, and just before you, all you see is darkness.
Cool.
Can we go in?
If you want to.
Does this seem the same as the last time that you went in?
Vaguely similar, yeah.
Okay.
My knife that glows when Fae are nearby, aka
It's constantly
always.
glowing.
Is it seem to cut through the dark? Is it just like the room isn't lit, or like there's magical darkness?
It's like magical darkness, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, if it's
Be good
magical
enough for me?
darkness, I don't want to deal with that. So I'm gonna channel my divinity.
Yeah. You see a space before you, where the darkness clears away, and through that space, there is simply a portal, a gateway that goes somewhere else.
What's your channel divinity do?
This thing.
Oh shit. No, it's not even like a level. It's just a straight fuck off darkness. Cool.
Light cleric, baby. Fuck off,
I like that.
darkness.
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do I recognize this kind of portal? Being a newly appointed portal opener?
Doesn't it looks similar to the magics used, but a little different.
Good enough for me. Yeah, I'll cannonball in. Fuck it.
Eat,
Who
let's
else
go.
is going in? Oh,
all
you-
I'm here.
behind.
You jump in, and here's where you emerge.
Oh.
There. There are two entities sitting there before you at the far end. One, a hooded figure that you've never really seen before, and 2, the Lantern King is, I see you've got my message,
Mm,
and you've found
immediately
your
down on my
way
knee.
to my... What's all this then?
Hey, how's
Not
it going?
facing him. I'm down on my knee towards the hooded one. And I make it
Okay.
a special point that whenever I enter the room, I pull my hood up and obscure my face and I hide my hands.
This is a little weird, but
Mhm.
okay.
Zeke, why are you doing that?
Hide your faces. Is this honor respect?
Are you sure that's not a Faye thing?
Do it.
Are you
Can't
acting
really
this
see it like
way
this.
because of my good friend Ing here?
I'm not doing that.
You know,
Okay.
he may be quiet, but he's a good fellow. You don't have to be so reverent. I'm sure it'll be fine. Right, good buddy. And you see the hooded figure and just kind of lets off a chuckle. Rise.
Sure. Yeah, Zeke will stand, but he's still keeping his head down and like keeping his hands out of sight.
So, you've decided to interrupt our most important chat for your own purposes. I trust you have something good to say.
Right. Pull my hands down.
Are y'all still hiding your faces?
Kind of cringe.
Alright.
Understand what is
Whatever.
going on.
Think, to be fair, if you were this like reverent to Desna, you probably wouldn't have ended up cursed.
True.
Doesn't matter, she's a bitch. So,
This one
Oh.
matters.
It is interesting. Mention the Star Song's name. She... Well... Her machinations are almost as chaotic as my friends here. He puts an arm and just touches the sun-like surface of the Lantern King. And let it go. Oh, you flatter me. Desna, well, let's just say I don't get along with the celestial gods so much. They're a little boring, if you ask me.
alright.
Would
Nessus, do you
anyone
want to do
care
the pitch?
for a cookie?
Yes.
I could make
sure.
exactly one, but that cookie, it may be of varying flavors.
One each
one
or
cookie.
one, like, total?
One.
Here it is, as he summons forth a delicious-looking chocolate chip cookie. Would you feast
bite.
upon it?
I would.
I'll take a bite.
totally-
Who among you is
Me.
brave as he pulls it away? I would know before I offer it. No, all of you, make your decision quickly.
This
No.
can only one person, it could do multiple.
No, all of you could, but I want to know who is willing before any bias. Good, good, good. Any other? 4? 5? What of you, Seekian? You've been through a lot. Don't you deserve a sweet treat? That can't be beat?
No, thank you.
Okay, here you go. And he hands it to the rest of you. And as you all quickly take a bite, you bite into it. The sudden appall. It's raisin. It's not chocolate chip. Ha ha! You fools.
Oh, I actually quite like this. Is this
Shut
I
up.
don't know why I tell you all anything. Literally gave you one instruction.
Oh my god, you're so boring, Zeke.
Agreed. Seekian, look, I get it. You've been doing a lot of wars or whatever, but this whole thing you call life isn't as big of a deal as you make it out to be. In fact, it's quite insignificant. Even my piece in all of this. I have my fun, but who really cares? Why do you care so much? I wonder.
I would like for your small piece to become a bigger one. I understand that the two of you have the ways that you approach things. For the most part, you like to leave things to their own devices, especially the other eldest. But I wouldn't be here if it wasn't necessary.
Well, I have my own agendas, and so does Ingir. But let's hear your proposals, shall we?
I'm not here to try to bargain and get the best deal. I'm just here in reverence and hope. So I've brought this as a
Look.
show of necessity.
The other eldest, and maybe even my friend Ingir, I'm not one to speak for him, he takes his time to formulate his thoughts. Might appreciate this groveling, but I'm more of a straight shooter myself. I'd like to know what you want, what you're trying to do, what you're dealing with, and I might be willing to help you with that.
Yeah, Zeke's gonna approach Ing and hand over his tier.
And he puts, as you hand it forward, Ing looks forward and just... You just see the blank expression of the infinite void that is his hood, and he...
I trust that you understand what this
He takes
is.
it, and he doesn't even say anything, just swipes it up, and in a moment it's gone.
This is the
At
level
any
of
rate,
desperation.
your little trade and your little deal is quite peculiar, but... Well... I suppose I will let this transpire. As the Lantern King turns back, he turns this somber, from this radiant orange color, he turns this like deep blue, almost this more passive color.
Not a trade. Not a deal. Just a gift.
Ing looks forward.
An offering.
I would seek a promise.
Whatever it is, I agree.
Balance. What does the word mean to you?
The way that things should be does not mean the way that things are.
More.
Balance is one side not domineering over the other, looming over, imprisoning, trapping an entire race of people for eternity. That's not balance.
But it is the way of my kin.
And that's why I'm here.
Indeed.
It's not balance. And it's only getting worse.
Zekian, I have gifted my shroud, denial. But I would know. What would you have done with the gift that you give this tear? What would you see done with it?
I don't know.
I require an answer. Lest I not accept it. As he pulls the tear back out of his shroud and prepares to present it back to you.
I imagine I would do whatever it takes to figure out what to do with the two. For now, all I know is that they're important to you. That means they're important to me.
He
But if
holds
you
it.
won't accept it, I will take it back and I will find out what I'm supposed to do with it. If not this.
And he doesn't hand it back quite yet, but He tilts over and looks towards the rest of you. What would you do of it? And he looks towards Nephthys first.
If the tears are Fey, there's been quite the attack on the Fey population. I would probably see that your cities and your people restored.
And you, Tabaxi.
Been thinking long and hard about this.
Same, the
The
Lantern King says. Get it? No?
yeah, it's
Just me?
hilarious. Good one. Famous
Thanks.
joke.
Yes. I don't have one, but I've come to understand they are quite humorous.
In the pursuit of all we've tried to achieve, I've personally made a number of grave mistakes that have caused enormous harm to those that the people that I care about love. And I would see some restoration uh, for them, justice served to the perpetrators. Or the pound.
Sorry, push your mic up just a little bit.
Sorry.
No worries.
It was just essentially saying that Opal had, through pursuit of hers and the group's endeavors, has caused significant harm to the loved ones of those that she cares about, and would seek to right those harms and see justice done to the people who perpetrated them.
Justice. Order. Law.
Balance.
Balance. They are not one and the same. But I would hear from each of you. The servant of this spirit scale. Speak what you would have done. This tea.
I think that them being on the on our world, who wants them should not have them, and who have them want to use them for to hurt people. And make the end of the world. So I would like them to not exist anymore. How that happens, I'm not particularly concerned with.
Ingling's forward and kind of prounces up on his arms here. I clarify that my friend Ragadon does not seek the end of your world. Just the reclamation of what was stolen.
But for all the living creatures would be paying for that.
They, in his eyes, are squatters.
Just to be clear, King, that tear, it's not from these people. And it's
I
not for
know where it
Ragadon.
is from.
Ragadon's not the goal. The mother is.
What'd you say? Who is?
The mother.
Hmm.
Zeke basically saying that this tiers isn't theirs to give opinions on, because these are his people, and that this tier is not for the goal of Ragadon. This tier is for the goal of the Green Mother. This is Zeke's.
There are two thread the balance. The mother and the water lord.
Well, they are having territory wars over the land of like the mortals that are living there.
Bo. Seek dominance.
Over
Within
territory
the-
that is not theirs also. Their wars threaten anyone who was not created or is under their hand.
Who is to say that all is not theirs? They are the eldest. They are the first that were created. They surely are the inheritors of all that exists.
This is gonna be crazy, but can I try to insight to see how Ing feels about the Green Mother and Ragadon? Kind of
What's your minute? What's your modifier?
20. It would be 25. Would be my maximum.
You cannot.
Can I with a 28?
Nope.
I with a hero point and an natural 20.
If you had a hero point and you added a +8, that would give you a maximum of what? If you rolled a d8? If you add a +8?
Wait, let me double check to make sure that I actually. If this is for wisdom.
This is
for insight.
Yeah, insight check.
Oh, yeah, proficiency bonus is +4 or is it +5 now?
4.
Okay, so yeah, so I have a +8.
So
and if I do it
36.
before the roll,
So
that would be a
36 would be the max.
36 is the max?
Yeah.
You could theoretically do it.
Okay.
I'll allow you to roll it. It costs
Fuck
0
it.
point
Oh
for the d8.
shit!
If Zeke's mannerisms and this thing's appearance is not a dead gift of what
Wait,
this is
is
the
it-
god of,
Is it +8 or +D8?
D8.
It's plus a
it's a
d8.
D8.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where. But before you spend it, knowing that, I'll let you decide before you spend it. It's a
yeah, I'm
d8.
still gonna do it. I'm
Okay,
still gonna do
cool.
it.
Oh,
I got the max on the other thing. That's really sad.
It's not
Aeon
enough.
I
Shard?
rolled good on the number.
It is.
Wait,
you,
Aeon
you
Shard?
Look,
Aeon Shard.
you could Aeon Shard it
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. I'll Aeon
because
shard
you
this.
are brought forth into
I'm
the
going
room.
to bed soon. I
all
don't
of
mind
you.
Aeon sharding.
Exactly. As you all pull forth into the
You
room
want
there.
to see if how a god feels about something.
This isn't a god. This is the god of concealment. The god of thought.
He probably knows what they're talking about.
Do you think you can do it?
He already knows what we're thinking. He just wants us to say it out loud.
it seems unlikely.
I mean, even if. I mean, I suppose we could just ask him if that's the case. I mean, he could choose not to tell us, but if they're as trustworthy as you seem to think they are, then
I don't know of the Lantern King. In fact, what I do know of the Lantern King is that he cannot be trusted under any circumstances.
well, that's the thing. You can always trust a dishonest man to be dishonest. It's an honest man that you never know when they're going to do something incredibly stupid. Jack Black, or no, Jack Sparrow. That's it. That's
Well, if your
I'm
goal is to
no
see the
man.
intention of the god of secrets, I would love to see you try.
Can I look
I'm-
around the Aeon Shard room? Are they in here with us?
Yes.
Hello.
What do you think, Ing?
Pause.
What do you think, Ing? Do you think that I can see through your bullshit?
He smiles.
Does it?
But you
Are you
can't
s-
see it.
Can we tell?
Oh,
Yeah, that's a DC 35 insight check to see if he
He said it
smiles.
Hey,
you get the sense of you get the sense that he's smiling as he chuckles as he.
Do they have
You-
buttons?
Hmm. What is
Do
it?
they have green or red buttons too?
No, they're just standing off to the side.
No, they're just.
This isn't
Yeah,
the first
you-
time a level of deific interference has come because
Yeah,
Saturn
it
right
seems
interfered here.
to happen.
There's
every
a
time.
certain level of power that seems to be able to penetrate this.
Marana's
Aeon Shard
old
room.
undead patron
true.
was able to do it too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, what's the outcome if you? Why?
I'm trying to get a gauge on how Ing feels about Ragadon and the Green Mother.
I want
Oh.
to see you try.
I also
I mean-
am very interested to see if he can.
I think the fact that they're in
Yeah.
here means that this isn't gonna happen, or else they wouldn't
I
let
mean, if you want to
It is
do it,
kind
you
of
can do
good
it,
point.
but it doesn't really matter in the end.
it. It does
I bet
matter
they
if we
want to
need
see
this
I
for
do it
something more
too.
important later.
It does matter if Opal can see through the God of Secrets.
It's important to remember that
It's
like you
impressive.
guys, like you as players know the session's about to end, but you as characters don't. So you don't know when the thing's gonna recharge.
True. I want to use it.
My
I
curiosity.
Give
think
it
I-
better use than
I
proof
think
of
I can-
ability.
Yeah.
Okay, we're dealing with gods. I feel like we could use this a lot more handily for something else, but
I just
one vote against many.
I mean, this is the. If we entrust an artifact like this into the wrong hand,
What other hands would we give it to?
I mean, we,
There's no one else besides the Green Mother.
And there is no way. This shard is already entrusted.
If you were not going to give it to an eldest, I would give recommendation.
What?
There you
I
go.
didn't hear
a
it.
We can
recommendation.
hear you.
I would give a recommendation.
Actually, that raises an important question because I had a thought that if the
Well,
Fae
hold
live
on.
their life in cycle,
Muffled blank.
Yeah.
Because it's Aeon Shard.
got to
room.
be about whether or not we're going to use the Antron. All right, I'm voting yes for myself.
Yeah, green from Zeke, just because he wants to see if he can.
Nope.
no.
I am curious. I think it's moot point, but this lizard brain is saying yeah.
I think they want to see it work too. And I'll click yes.
All right. Jumping back, you all stand there, kind of looking at each other, and Ing kind of laughs.
So do I just keep the D8 and re-roll the D20?
You do not keep the D8. This is a new roll separate from any bonuses and any modifiers.
So
Oh,
I don't.
there's
I don't have
no-
the bonus,
Wait,
so I
then it
have
can't
to.
happen.
Then
Can
yeah,
I-
it wouldn't be able to happen.
Can I use a second hero point on it?
Yes.
Okay, then I will.
So just to be clear, this is burn
You
two.
roll
gotta
the
be fucking
same
kidding me.
thing.
Thing.
Ing's
The
fucking
same
with you.
Ing.
That is
Iconic.
poetic. That's
Ing
what
looks
that
at you
is.
and kind of
Now,
laughing still.
I will like open my eyes towards Ing and just sort of stare blindly in that.
Fate is sometimes inescapable, I'm afraid.
So we're out of the Aeon Shard now?
Yeah, we're in the real world.
Okay, so I had a theory, right? So if Fae live their life in cycles, and if you put them in a tier, it ends the cycle, there has to be a way to reverse engineer it to give the Fae back their cycles. Because every one of these tiers represents a large amount of Fae that aren't in the cycle anymore. So, and I start like going through notes and I'm like pulling out diagrams and figures, like, if you were to create a ritual that has da-da-da-da-da and all this stuff, and she's like pulling out like theories and plans about how
Marana,
she could utilize these different things to bring the Fae
what
back.
if they don't want to be in the cycle?
What if the cycle is outdated?
I agree.
Think about it. Our world, the Feywild, it is called the first world. Not the last, not the final, not the perfect world. It is flawed. It is not ready.
I mean, everything is flawed. That's what life is.
Yours is better.
But they haven't made progress because they're stuck in the past.
So if there was a way to make the cycle without actually it being a cycle? Because the way that it looks right now is it's an ending.
You
When
know
it's only
so
the same
little.
lives that are recycled, nothing new happens. Nothing changes. They simply do the same things lifetime after lifetime.
What if they didn't have to?
What if the cycle is broken and thus more lives are required to be made instead of a finite number like with the Fae? That is what I'm offering the tier for.
Run into the problem the gods faced. It is the one they sought to correct with your plain prime material. Your gods, the three. There is so little you know about them, but it is not my place to say. What is my place to say is that you here now have a decision to make. One that will shape the planar reality of the great beyond for some time to come. The decisions you make here will influence the schemes of many great deity. So choose wisely.
What are we choosing between?
That's actually a good question. What are we choosing between?
Isn't it who to give the
Sorry,
tier to?
Nixon gang. Oh,
I don't know
Once
what you're all going to do with the other tier, but that tier goes to Ing. The people that make up that tier chose who it goes to.
What do you mean they chose?
Zeke, what'd you do?
What do you mean they chose, Zeke?
The people that are in that tier chose that this tier goes to Ing.
How do you know that?
Because I was in the Feywild. I knew the Fey that made it.
Before they were turned into a tier?
Yeah. I knew every single one of them that are inside that tier.
Can Murana do an insight check on Zeke? Because he's giving me this very, like, deadpan, I knew them all. And she feels like this is Zeke's personality, right? Very deadpan. Is he saying this in a sense like, I knew them before I got to the Feywild? Or is he saying, like, I knew them?
Make a, you know the typical rules here, Matt. Make a perception or deception check. Make it private roll just so me and you can see, and then Marana make an insight check, and then Matt, you get to decide what the numbers mean.
He means exactly what he says. He knew every single Fey that's in that tier.
Personalities and opinions can change from so long ago.
Not when it comes to that.
Things are getting awfully tense in here. Would anyone like a margarita?
Yes.
Good.
Then have
Well, here are the
eyeballs on it.
ingredients. Please make one. I do not have arms.
Okay, where are the eyeballs?
Okay, Zeke. I mean, it wasn't really ever an argument, and it was your tier to give. So if he said the Fae want to give it to Aang, then to Aang it goes.
Correct. That tier is to go to Ing as an offering, as a plea against the Green Mother to save the first world. At least the Fae in it.
What do you
And to get rid of the outdated system you speak of.
I'd
And if you require more tiers, they will make more,
what?
however many it takes.
What do you mean they'll make more?
It's replacement. The system, the outdated one. It isn't so simple as, well, integrating one into the other. The system of the New World is better. The system that your gods put in place was okay, but when they left, when they were defeated, two was left to be picked up by the outsiders. That is the fate that I wish for the Fae. They too could join a meaningful purpose. A cycle, a continuation, a rebirth that means something.
They don't want
Not
rebirth.
just continuation. Gods offer rebirth, not as we know, but in a much better way. What you were, what you are, goes somewhere else, but the energy is not wasted. What
I'm
made you up is recycled. It goes back so that the prime material may continue, that the realm may continue. It is a better usage. It is a more admirable cycle. It is one we have not yet been able to perfect or even alter.
I apologize to interrupt your life's mission. But how can you help us stop Ragadon from ending the lives of all the people who sit on that continent?
Ah, well, let me chime in on this one, good chap. Me and my pal here, Ing. While Ing is a good friend of Ragadon, I am a good friend of Ing. And both of us have a vested interest in not seeing Ragadon grow too powerful.
Too big for his britches.
Indeed, and how he does this is by garnering more Fae to his court. If we can avoid this, if we can bring more Fae to my court, Ing's court, the Green Mother's court, the Lost Prince's court, it does not matter. It just needs to be to someone else to maintain that balance.
Does it have to be to the court of an eldest?
It has to be to anyone, frankly, as long as they aren't going to one in particular. The division, the balance, is what makes our world so wondrous and what makes it operate so smoothly. Without that, well, our schemes would fall apart, now wouldn't they?
Right. Where does the Green Mother factor into that? From what I've gathered, she has too much.
She does, and she stretches forevermore. Her goal is to unify the Fae. She wishes to unify them under her banner and command them as some sort of kingdom. Ragadon, well, He wants what is his, but his personality is erratic. It is yet to be decided what he next will claim from the Prime Material, and maybe even other parts of the Feywild, and even other Eldest Courts. It is unlikely that he will continue to maintain the balance, unless forced.
I'm sure you've noticed that rather recently, the Green Mother seems to have spontaneously lost a decent amount of followers.
Hmm.
So,
Your path, Zekian, concerns me, but your willingness to see a course of action to its end is one that I wish to instill in my most faithful acolyte. And it is an admirable one. Perseverance. You must see it through to the end, no matter how hard it gets. But remember what you are fighting for, Zekian. Remember all the wondrous and whimsical times you had in the Feywild. And remember how beautiful and righteous it can be. And how we should return it to.
Beauty can only exist when it's fleeting. Otherwise, it becomes the norm.
I gotta go, y'all.
Hi.
Have a good one, Mella.
Good night. We will probably... Oh, yeah, we'll start wrapping up around here soon. But as he looks at you and just kind of... So,
Wait,
so,
thing. I had a question. You said that you want to get rid of the cycle. Instead of rebirth, you just want birth and death and birth and death. Different people every time.
yes, should be. In our current cycle, my frustration does not come from the continual... Well, it does not entirely come from the continual cycle of the same individuals being reborn, but from the waste this creates, the energy that is used to create a life. It exists even in our current cycle. But that energy in our current cycle, if it is interrupted, it is lost. In your cycle, in the Prime Material cycle, it is so much harder to lose, and new souls, new energy is created. That is what I seek, the ability to create more. Faye.
I also imagine that it must get quite stale. Only having the same people, nothing changes, and that's rather against the idea that life is chaotic and spreads at its own wildfire pace.
It's not free.
Can I make a
Which
religion
sounds a
check?
very not Fey thing.
What are you religion checking on?
He mentioned earlier that the outsider gods are the ones who made this like thing happen in the prime material plane. Is it something that Desna and her ally gods would be able to help with?
Which thing in particular?
The creation of new life instead of the cycle.
Make a religion check. Given your knowledge on the outsider gods, you would know that from your understanding, the cycle they have come up with is far superior to what is being described here. how it exactly works is, you know that if you were going to try to find out more information about that and try to beseech a god that could help with that particular interest, you would be looking for Pharasma. She is the goddess of the boneyard, and it is essentially the transitory plane between the material plane and dying. Mortals go there when they die, and they are sent out to their various afterlives or places in the cycle. The rest of their energy is recycled. The places they go to are determined by their faiths, their religions, and sometimes just their beliefs. If you weren't religious and you didn't believe in anything, whatever your strongest ideals would lean towards would send you to a various afterlife. And that happens with atheists too.
Okay. So is Pharasma someone that I could get in contact with through Desna?
You have trouble getting in contact with Desna herself.
Yeah.
You would probably be better off seeking out a Pharasman cleric to get more direct contact with.
Pharasma is like one of the most hands-off deities that exists.
It's so funny you mention that because in my notes about restoring the cycle that I've written here, my little diagrams and everything, that I have Pharasma on there as one of the people. So
She's good. I'm a Pharasma stan as for lore, because hers are some of the most interesting.
We talked about Pharasma at length relatively recently.
okay, Morana is now furiously writing in her journal like all of these thoughts and how to cycle and
Look, there is plenty of time to talk. The day is early. The drinks are still fresh. It is only 6 p.m., more or less. Let's feast, shall we? We can drink, we can eat, and we can talk over some of these more pointed points that you have. And I'm sure Ing here is dying for a beverage. I know I am. As he levitates a mug and just into his sun face, and it steams off of him. Delicious. But,
If we're about to wrap up,
yep.
I would like to ask to make one roll.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can roll a perception check to see Ing's face.
Yeah. That's, what's your max?
So with no other modifiers, I can get 32. With a psychic die, I can get 38. With a hero point and a psychic die, I can get 46.
holy shit.
I'll allow you to decide how much you're gonna pile into that.
And I can shift to give myself advantage on all wisdom
How-
checks and saving throws.
How much are you gonna pile into that?
I'm willing to do it all.
Up to you.
It's gonna be your
Sick.
face, Resta.
Find out. I'm going to use my shift to give myself advantage.
Hilariously enough, if you pull this off, Ing has committed his own anathema.
Making enemies wherever we go.
It's
I don't know if I get it.
Yeah.
Damn. Nope. Nowhere near my best.
You look
Oh, well.
forward into the abyss that is Ing's hooded face, and you think you start to see a figure, some sort of facial structure emerge. But as you gaze in, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes. I have advantage on this because of my shift.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Nope.
Oh no.
You have advantage.
go.
This
But
is
we
the
wish we had
mission
that
to
Aeon
fuck
shard,
around and
huh?
Find out.
No, this is perfect.
I need
Here's how to-
you to roll a D100.
Yes, madness. Let's do this. 11.
As you are staring in, you just feel this slow compulsion take over you. You feel fixated on the darkness. Something about it is just so compelling to stare into. And as you pull away, you shake your head, and then you look towards this corner of the room where this shadow of darkness is compelled, and you just feel yourself drawn to areas of darkness. You have dark vision, which makes this tricky, but now, anytime there is a period of darkness within your view, you must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. Write this down somewhere, lest you use your action for the round to be
Action.
compelled to stare at the darkness. Most of your round, your actions and your bonus
stare
actions.
at it.
Yeah, you are compelled to stare into the darkness for your remaining your turn
All right.
when it's relevant. If you're within, if there is darkness within your dark vision range, it doesn't count as quote unquote darkness. This would be darkness that's outside of your dark vision range. So for the most part, not too big of a deal. But the instances that it comes up, it is something worth noting on your character sheet.
Throughout the well, we'll get to it, but basically the whole feast, she's just going to be like absent-mindedly kind of staring into the void of Ing's robe.
That has a new husband. I have to write this down right now.
It's eternally deep, maddeningly so. This effect, by the way, might be worth noting on the calendar, which you can do by opening the calendar and going to a date, clicking on it, and hitting a note. But this effect will not end until the 7th of next month, so the 7th of Sreeve.
How do I add a note?
Good question. I think I gave you permission to it. If you click 7, if
We
you
don't
click
have
on the
notes on this one. You did it on the Monday game.
Oh, I did it on the Monday game.
Mhm.
Yeah, it kicks me off too. Damn. Ah, man.
Let me
How
see if I
close
can
was
do
I?
it. You need to roll 30. What were you at?
2 off. Damn it.
Oh,
So close.
On fort.
Yeah, no, I rolled poorly
Or
on
very
my.
fort.
Was I? Was I about to like? He was. I mean, he doesn't have to get mad at all. You, I could just like, she's gone. No one can know.
I'll make a note of that there, and then I'll try to give you permission to be able to use the calendar notes because it's kind of handy. But
Aye.
that's the 7th of next month. Should tell me when that comes up. At any rate, from there, as you kind of all gather around the table of these two deity level entities, that is where we'll pull back for now, and we'll kind of pick back up next week. The conversation will continue next week, so be thinking about anything your character might want to talk to about these two god level entities. And if you think of anything, there you go. You'll have next week to talk about it. We'll finish that conversation and continue with whatever's next. But thank you all for